So let us know when we go to cast cams. Mm-hmm.
Are we live?
Oh, we are? Hello.
Oh.
Okay, we are. Okay.
Are we?
I think we are. Hey, how you doing, Justin?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good myself. I'm really excited for this game. It's going to be VDRXP versus Astra. My first PlayStation game in a while. I believe your first ever PlayStation game?
First ever console, I think.
Gonna be a really interesting one. I don't know what to look out for. I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna be going to Oregon as our first map. Coastline will be second on the docket, followed by Consulate if it goes all the way. From what I've heard from my informants on the PlayStation side, this first map of Oregon is expected to go to Astra side. Second one of Coastline is a strong map for VDRXP. So all things considered, I think we're going the full distance. I'm really excited to get into this. But before we do, I want to chat a bit about the background, which players we're going to be looking out for here, and what you're expecting out of the ban phase from these games.
Well, from what I've been told by our little informant, if I can just pull up my notes here, is that we're looking at a team where essentially the information that I've received is that Sloppy is somewhat cracked. And he's going to be entering a lot with his team following in, droning in, coming for his refrag, but expecting him to be popping off, you know? So I think we're going to be from Astra, I think we are going to see a very frag-heavy meta from them. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some slightly more funky bans coming out to try and allow for that more frag-heavy playstyle to come out from them, you know?
Yeah.
Whilst, as well from VDRXP, what I've actually heard about them is that it's a more all-round team, which means you tend to see a bit more structure from those types of teams. So
yeah,
I think we'll see more traditional bans, maybe like an Oregon, maybe a Thatcher ban. Coastline bans will be interesting though.
Yeah, the interesting thing for me is usually you see a different meta develop on, say, a PlayStation side, an Xbox side, and a PC side. So I'm actually really excited to see what the bans for this one are, and I do believe we are ready to head on into the lobby. Without further ado, all of the players are here, so I think we're gonna go straight on into it.
Were they ready?
I do think so. It is it is currently 11 minutes past 6. Oh, 7? Yes, I can definitely read time.
Yeah, so we're already so let's get going then. So who's banning first? Astra banning first, I believe, eh?
It's the blue team, and that is Astra, yes.
Okay, so I'm actually curious to see what they're going to do, because if they go with what's been said...
You're not going to reveal your cards beforehand, so you've got you're erring on the side of playing it safe and not revealing beforehand, but I mean that's the default Thatcher ban. That's what you expect from most people.
Yeah,
he is banned out almost 90% nowadays. So
it's an Oregon defense. If they want to be playing with lots of shields, getting Thatcher out just makes a lot more sense. But then again, with Flores, you could start seeing different metas develop again. But we'll have to see.
You know, I can tell you were coach during the 20-second meta days, still mentioning playing all of the shields. But looks like Jackal is going to be the second ban on the attacking side. It's more of a traditional ban, more of a ranked ban if you want to put it that way. Just an annoying operator that you don't necessarily want to deal with. The Kite, on the other hand, that's to do once again with the hard breach utility.
Yeah, I think that's
not going to be as easy to open up the walls.
That's purely just in response to the Thatcher being gone. If Thatcher's gone, then it's a lot harder to deal with that Kite.
Yeah, and the last defender ban here, probably an intel operator, no, actually a trap operator taken off the board.
Interesting.
The Ella, it's an operator that, in my mind, hasn't been a scary and influential operator since we released.
Yeah. Are we back in year 3 siege?
It's an interesting one to say the least, but taking an attacking, or rather a trap operator off the board, maybe they're hoping to go for a bit more of the aggressive playstyle, maybe the run and gun, just have some fun playstyle where they just rush onto site. That being said, looked like they were going to bring the Legion, so making up for that lost utility in the trap operator. The Melusi still can deny an initial rush, but for me, interesting thing is the presence of both the Gridlock and the Nomad. Usually those two operators they're trade-offs of one another. You bring the one or the other, never really the both. I'm interested to see how those work out, if they're sure that Astra's going to play this aggressive playstyle. They're going to roam about, so they'd rather play it safe and have both of them. And whether that's actually going to work.
I think the way that they're looking at it is they don't want Astra to be able to be aggressive. They don't want Astra suddenly showing up on their flanks because they don't want to have to deal with that. So running them both, but my issue with that is I believe the Gridlock's got smokes?
Yes.
Is the Gridlock running the smokes, yeah. So there is the potential for a smoke plant, but as well, I do think they are throwing a bit of soft destruction utility they would have had in the form of maybe a Iana with the nades. Because my issue with it is, look, they've got 2 nades from Maverick, and then they've got the 3 RC Retero things from Mr. Flores there. So that leaves them with the situation is, of if Flores dies, they haven't got a huge amount of util to work with.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, Astra is not running a single deployable shield.
Yeah, I really don't think they're going for that bunker down in your position type of thing. I think they're going to push the objective and make V-Drop feel the pressure here. I think that's going to be the biggest point of contention. Yes, they're going to have that mirror. That's going to allow for that bit of passivity, but as well, being joined by that Melusi and Legion Goo Mines here, I think it's going to allow for this wide playstyle. And looking at the attackers, where they're making their point of entry, they're going to make their approach from the blue area.
I want to see where's that second mirror going to go? The ones...
Sure. Fully on default. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so you see, this is going to make getting... Okay, so this is where a Thatcher band's going to be very... the Thatcher band's going to be very important. Getting rid of that mirror is going to be so difficult now.
Yeah, well, I guess the main play usually would be to come down Big Tower stairs or even maybe down Freezer, but it looks like the main bastion for this attack is going to be those Roteros on the Flores. Blows the wall wide open, and strangely enough, they have a drone on the position that actually realizes that there is no one behind the mirror window. So very quickly now, they've taken control of this electrical area. They've bashed down the mirror window. That is the first point of entry found for V-Drop. Now they can start putting that pressure onto the main bomb site very early on into this round, holding down these crossfires. The Bandit already feeling the pressure. These guys can't play that roaming playstyle anymore. They've already got an avenue onto site. They've already got these angles locked down.
This is incredibly aggressive from them, but I'm a little bit confused. Why did Bandit push in there? He should have had the intel there, so was there a miscommunication there?
Really, someone pre-placed that pixel, but funnily enough, it's going to be the Flores very aggressively pushing on in, the entire team seemingly making their ingress onto the site.
Gridlock's going to slither at HP here, but he's in the site already. Oh, and there's 2 dead now. So now we've got a situation where they're already ingressing into the site. That wall is not going to be open much longer either. Although there is a slight situation where Astra does have themselves the one-man advantage here. So I do think the push was a little bit aggressive too early there. If the wall was open, different story.
Yeah, the main person for me to look out for here is the Bandit. He's in a very precarious position. Sure, he's got the Gridlock track stingers, but they seemingly are completely aware of his position. I was going to say they maybe don't know. No, they do.
Yeah,
they
knew exactly where he was.
But they lose to themselves.
Now Clippy's is pushing in here, but... Oh, that was a good kill actually. So now we're in a 2v2 situation. 40 seconds left. Just as I said, 2v2, what? They just keep dropping like flies.
Or coming down to the 1v1, facing down the barrel of an AK-74, but he does the damage. He doesn't find the kill though. So low HP, the ace, can he find this kill for himself?
They're playing a ring around the rosy here with each other.
Just gonna take this bit of silence, bit of stagnation. Is he gonna go for the revive? Is he gonna try and stick with his team?
He's got 15 seconds left. I think he's got to commit now. That's unfortunate. That whole round just started off with aggression, and it did not lift off.
To me, it kind of felt like you half-assed both. Either you go for the kill or you go for the revive early on.
Yeah.
But with 10 seconds left, is that really the play in a very open area to go for the revive? I don't know. Hindsight 2020, maybe they could have done quite a few things different. I got to give it to them. That initial attack, that initial clear, how they got the drone into electrical to establish no one was waiting and ready on the mirror window, that was really clean.
Yeah, look, they didn't even struggle to take blue and take the elbow area, okay? That's an area which teams tend to struggle with. They took it instantly. They weren't even phased by the mirror window. They just pushed in, started putting in shots. Where there was a misplay, in my opinion, was the Flores pushing so aggressively without having elbow wall open. If elbow wall had been open, then that Flores push would have worked brilliantly, I think.
Yes.
but he pushed a little bit too early, so I don't know if that was a bit of miscommunication on their side or what exactly happened there.
Yeah, it's really well geared against the usual thing which you'd see a smoke playing behind shield and elbows lifted by those ADSs. They didn't really run that, so not really as necessary. But looking to this top floor defense, it's going to be in kids and dorms. Let's see how they set this one up, because usually the PC meta is reinforce one of the walls into trophy, open up the entire attic, or one of the walls into attic, and make that kind of your first point of contention. Whereas here, they're already starting to reinforce both of the walls into attic.
Yeah, so
that's telling me this entire trophy area is just going to be a kill box.
Yeah, what I have a feeling is we're going to see, again, we're going to see V-Drop just pile their way in there. And Astra's what's going to happen is you're going to have essentially them sitting there by that door, trying to get either they're going to have to try and open up the attic wall, or they're going to have to try and open up the bedroom wall. And then until that happens, you're going to have a bit of like a weird crossfire situation sitting on that door, and it's going to come down to who blinks first.
Yeah. We do have two roamers down below. Seemingly has been spotted out by the drone. I don't believe the Valkyrie is actually aware that her position is known at this point in time. She was spending her time diddly. You know, I'm trying to experiment with new phrases and new words. Maybe I just need to keep it simple.
What was that?
She's just on the cams.
What was that word we were using earlier? Slinking?
I'll bring that out later. That's a little surprise for later. I've been working on some words to try and describe these in a very furtive manner, but the Valkyrie idling down in the small tower.
They know she's here, but they
Yes.
aren't pushing her. So my question is, are they just going to ignore her the whole time?
Seemingly yes, because the Ace and the Flores, or rather the Maverick, they've already taken control of Master Bedroom, and with the trophy in the state that it is, with no crossfire setup from attic, that is a free area to push in from. They can either open up from down below, but they don't really have nades to do that. They're just going to they're just going to rely on the Maverick, as we see here, to nade on in, find the bandit batteries, and now the Ace is going to start opening up the door. That is one point of entry already found, and they're also, strangely enough, going to open up this attic.
I don't know if they're opening the attic wall right now is what they want to do, because they've got a lot of safety here. Until when they open up that wall, they're going to lose some of that safety margin they have.
Oh, but look at where Astra rems
Oh
is.
no, oh.
Down below on the Valkyrie, he has a C4 in pocket. Could be ripped at any
So the
moment.
question is,
Yeah, there we go.
That's
Surely, he has the cap
what
in
do you
Master
mean?
Bedroom.
That's-
Doesn't
That
get anything.
did not net anything. To be honest, I think he should have just waited there for the post bomb. They had no idea he was there.
I mean, it's the precarious situation where you always think there are some eyes on you. You always feel a bit of pressure to enact a play very early on. But the zero on this double window, the Mozzie's got his back turned. I don't think he's at all aware of this position.
There were some
Shots
shots
out-
fired, so I'm pretty sure the Mozzie does know is there. Jaeger as well has got the numbers even here. But what is concerning is I believe they've got no way to retake the default plant spot because all the crossfires that V-Drop are holding it.
Yeah, if we do a quick analysis, they have the Master Bedroom area open up, and as well, they're making their point of entry from Trophy. So many kills come out. It's trades of pieces. Rem's the last left alive. Seen him down below. Didn't net a kill from below. Previously, when he had that C4 in pocket, the Argus camps most definitely set up on this bomb site. So I do believe they're already aware of his position. He's going to spray on through, try and find the Ace in this post plant. He's got to make a move at some point. He's got crossfire sender up from the doorway of Trophy, from the bedroom breach, and from the dorms area. So difficult to dismantle this crossfire, and in the end, it's the Ace to finalize
That was
it.
a nay impossible retake there, unfortunately for him.
Yeah.
There were crossfires were everywhere there. If he rotated, they would have known. What was interesting to me is that it's like I called it. There was no way for them to retake default plant. Like, I don't know if you saw the Jaeger there when he tried pushing in. There were 3 crossfires just watching him as he tried to walk back and try to push his way towards the default site, the default area for the plant.
I just have to mention quick Kane in chat. It doesn't like the quote-unquote PC meta talk. That is our only...
Oh, really?
That's our only frame of a reference. So if we mention that, that's only because that's all we know. I'm gonna be honest, we're new to this. We're learning quickly. I mean,
I learned this game as a coach on PC. I was taught by the Dropshot how to do things. So that's all I know.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I made my start on PlayStation. I'm just saying, we are learning, and it is interesting to see a different aspect of the strategy book. I mean, this isn't something we see all too often. This Goyo strat, this is something up your alley, Mr. Sim.
Yeah, Goyo has... I don't know, I'm a little bit interested to see exactly where they put these shields. But, okay, so this shield is a relatively default one, the pixel. I'm surprised they're doing it with the Goyo shield though, because if anyone plays in that shield blows up, they're getting instantly deaded, as we like to say.
I've known that one before, I'm gonna be honest.
But being deaded.
Yeah.
It's my favorite way to describe it.
I get so stuck on.
What is a little bit more interesting to me is what normally we do on PC is the second wall on the left there by attic. We would open that up and then you'd have shields.
That's what I meant to do this one. Yeah.
But again, it's not here. Again, default Goyo on the door just to hold them up in the bedroom. I think they realized last time they did have a problem with that, where they were able to push into the bedroom quickly. Shield's gonna die here though, and there is no one playing in there, so that's wasted utility unfortunately on this for Astra there.
Yeah, so once again, basically the trophy area is a wasteland now. No one can really safely play in there. The Argus cam from down below, strangely enough, last time we saw him kind of as a lone ranger on the main, on the double window area. Maybe he's gonna take control of the wasteland area as the lone ranger.
I'm curious to see what the roamers do with this. This could be a free kill if the intel comes out properly here. But at the same time as well, if he's not dealt with, he's gonna hold such a good crossfire. There, look.
He's just loitering on this window.
Yeah, yeah, you continue, sorry.
He knows he can just play around with this. He knows he is holding down a crossfire that is one of the most important angles in this entire attack. He is cutting down this entire avenue. That bandit is feeling the pressure.
Yeah,
that
bandit cannot move
now. In place.
Bandit is stuck there. Who's that? Tigsy. He is stuck there. He cannot move. Oh, but the pixel comes out and then he gets Ayana killed again. But the shield does die, and that's what I was talking about there, where if that Goyo had not moved, he would have died. But Bandit gets... Who is that? It was the Bandit who gets damaged, yeah. See, he's in a good position, except for the fact that he cannot move. One nade and he's dead.
Yeah, fair, but the Ayana has utilized all of the nades. Maverick as well, none in the pocket. We're gonna rely on the Goyo to potentially make a play here from Attic. I do believe they've actually opened up these angles, so now he's an Attic. He's got an avenue to work with. The Ace has opened this up. If they don't know about his position, one drone is gonna come sailing on.
The drone did not spot him, but I think it did go there. Yeah. So they know he's there. They don't have any way to force him out though, because like you said, the nade's gone. So they've got to hope he swings, and he's probably going to play the smart and not swing, I'd assume.
Where's the rest of the pressure coming from? You need to keep in mind, a lot is happening elsewhere on the map. The Maverick swings on in, but the Jaeger is ready.
That was a misplay by the Maverick, in my opinion. They should have coordinated that swing better.
Scenario, 20 seconds left. You have to make the collapse happen. Only 3 people, sorry, make that 4 people, 1 on Kids Storms, I didn't see. So many kills come up. It's just the Goyo. We said he needed to play passively.
He did it.
Caution into the wind, but he finds Doom.
I think he did it right. He timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I think the Maverick misplayed that there. They should have found a way to coordinate instead of just pushing on his own and dying and leaving his team to fend for it.
Yeah, it's a really well enacted defense, I have to say, from
Well,
Astra this far.
Well adapted with the Goyo. I think it was the best thing they could have done there to try and hold it. I'm still not sure why they didn't try and hold Trophy a little bit stronger, or a little bit harder, but in the end it still worked out the way they wanted. So that brings it 2-1 for Astra now, which it's looking like it's somewhat... I think we can agree it's been a somewhat close game so far in these first 3 rounds.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I throw my mind back to that very first round where the attackers looked so confident in taking that initial map presence, where it kind of just started faltering on into the late game. And in that previous round as well, it feels to me like V-Drop, at times, they don't really know how to make that collapse during the second phase of the round happen, where they take the map control very early on, very quickly, and from there, there's just a bit of stagnation. They don't really know where to find their point of ingress, where to put on pressure. So, to me, they feel... I don't like using this word a lot, but they feel kind of disjoint in that they aren't necessarily working perfectly together, like we saw in the nade utilization where their new players were stuck in place. They couldn't really use those nades. There was one left on Yana at some point in time, I believe. But I just want to see from them a bit more teamwork and actually in what is the word I'm trying to find here? In making sure Astra pay for their mistakes.
Yeah, they need. That's exactly what it is. There were mistakes that Astra were making. For example, there was a round where that bandit ended up moving out, swinging, and he was allowed to live, even though they did have that crossfire with the zero that we were speaking about.
Yeah.
And that should have been punished. Obviously, this is console, so I can understand maybe the aim is not the right spot there. But as well, I mean, look how quickly, again, this incredibly quick play here just to get rid of the mirror window. They are ready for this.
Yeah, seemingly with the LMG, his strategy was to put so many bullets right next to the mirror window that as soon as he peeks, his head is gone. They've already taken control of electrical once again. So what do you have to rely on? You basically just have the solid line from the side of Freeze's stairs.
They've got pillar control as well because no one was playing pillar.
No one is that right.
They haven't got shotgun. They've got pillar. They've got electrical now. They've got the stairs. They've got half of the territory that they need to execute in not even a minute.
It's very good to see these aggressive plays for opening up a tiny angle, but he gets swung on from the very same tiny angle. Very impressive kill to find for him, shooting fumes at the dead body seemingly. Doesn't know that the player has lost his life at this point in time. A very interesting angle I need to point out from the smoke here with the FMG9 in hand.
Yeah,
that's a nice
pixel and off there.
Oh, and it almost let him one onto the zero playing.
Also, can we just note the FMG?
He's playing the Citizen strats. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love it. But the problem is now that Jaeger's gone, he can't actually safely play that angle anymore.
Yeah.
So
the Selma is currently mute jammed, so they can't open up the main wall onto B just yet. That's allowing a bit more time for me to play in there.
Basically, the way this is going to play out is, I'm calling. Yeah, we got that. The way I'm calling this is going to play out now. They're going to have to funnel into that door because they can't push smoke. So as long as mute stays alive, smoke can hold the crossfire again.
Oh, swings
with
the shotgun. He finds one, but now it's left in the 1v1. This is looking like a complete deja vu moment from the very first round we played in this game.
Completely.
He's just ducking down behind the angle with a shotgun. Finds one blast, but it's not enough. The health bars are blinking. They are on so low HP. Both of these
He knows he's there. He knows he's pushing.
Yeah, they realistically only need to hit one shot. He fakes the defuse, but the shotgun shot comes through. He doesn't miss, and he wins the round for his team.
That shotgun never lets you down. Except for when he hit the shotgun and didn't kill him, but other times it never lets you down.
Yeah, the very previous shot, it let him down.
But you know, that's not really what a... but it's quite interesting. The rounds are just playing out the same and the same and the same. So my question is, they're gonna have to go there again, possibly at one point, depending on how these rounds go.
No, two more.
No, they won't. Sorry, no, they won't. Yeah, never mind, they won't go there. So I was gonna say, that just makes my whole point that I was gonna make mute them. But I was gonna say, how are they gonna adapt to that again? Because it's incredible how quickly they get control of blue.
Yeah.
That whole area, they take control of it and pillar and electrical box within the first 30 seconds.
In my mind, it's just unpreparedness. Surely, because the very first round, they had no one in electrical. They were able to drone it out, establish that no one was there. In that second round, they droned it out and realized, I guess the mirror wasn't ready, and then the player playing in Shaiko with that crossfire was completely demolished within the first few seconds, kind of just backing off because he was scared in my mind. I just want to see them hold on to these extensions a bit longer. We see this a lot from teams, especially on the PlayStation side, and I have to mention it again, that kind of onion playstyle. You hold a proxy side, and you kind of peel back, make sure you don't lose anything with it.
This is screaming to me more like our standard meta that I'm seeing here. I'm guaranteed left side, bottom of the wall that Maestro is reinforcing now. Left one, he's gonna put feet holes at the bottom there. Where did Frost put a deployable shield?
One deployable shield. Oh, that.
Oh, this is top tower. Oh, I like
do you think she's gonna play in here?
She's gonna play here, and she's gonna waste their time here. The question is,
frost mats on the windows as well.
Yeah. The question is just, are VDRXP gonna V-drop? Sorry, not VDRXP. Sorry. Are V-drop going to coordinate well enough to get all the kills that they need to be able to get her out there? Because they're gonna need to burn out the ADSs. and nade her, get rid of the shield, and coordinate a jump.
It's gonna be quite hard. The upside on repel. Might be able to find a cheeky angle on this Frost if she isn't ready. Currently 8-1 in this game. She's definitely the one you could rely on. Sloppy is doing well for his team. He was the one player to look out for. Shield is gone, so he's lost a lot of his protection in this situation. He's just going for the beat. Throws caution into the wind, shoots out the drone, and it seems this is going to be his place to die.
If he can stay alive here, he's wasting valuable... Oh no, he's going to die here. He's got 3 hits on the side with it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah. I think what he needed is he needed another ADS then.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, the
I was hoping that one finds him. That's a very cheeky angle. Very rarely does anyone look at town when they're on a flight of stairs.
Yeah, definitely. So, there we go. There's the feet holes. So now they need to find a way to clear that bathroom, because if you don't clear that, bandit might die here.
I don't think he's ready for the doorway. No, he is! He finds the shot! An incredible one at that. He's
What
gonna
a
go
swing!
for a re-swing onto the window. Zero currently, I believe, has an Argus cam in hand, so he might not be ready for the swing. But the entire momentum from that attacking phase completely halted by the bandit's kill there.
So if we look here, okay. Now, V-drop is the problem. They haven't cleared out the proxy holder in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You've got a Maestro sitting there with an Elder. And you've lost your Ash, which you would need to get the soft wall open there.
Yeah.
How are you going to get him out of there?
The answer surely is this 90 corridor. That is
Yeah.
the only place you could realistically push from. That being said, there's a Legion there. He could just swing on through and find a kill at that. At least the main door has been opened.
Legion's pushing aggressively and he might get a kill. Oh, okay. You see, Maestro's alive, he's got his cams, he's got the Elder. And there we go. The wall isn't even open enough for them to jump in yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
And there comes the final kill.
To me, that round was a done deal as soon as they lost a few men and the soft breaches so that they couldn't really open up all of these avenues. Brilliant kill there to find from the Maestro with the Elder. I really just have to give it to Astra's defense. They have been on point.
Yeah, I've got to give it to them as well. Like, they're not making mistakes. Well, they're making mistakes every now and then, but the mistakes aren't being punished as heavily as they should be.
Exactly.
Like, for example, the Bandit was playing in no man's land there, to be honest.
Yes.
That should have been the freest kill for the Ashe, and then she should have been able to use her U-tool to open up that wall, and they would have been able to force the Maestro out. But then the Bandit was able to pre-fire the Ashe. Ashe is gone. You've lost your soft U-tool. You've lost your fragger. You're down in man count now. It's small little mistakes like that that just add up further and further into the round when you're trying to clear out an area.
Yeah, but going into the dorms, bunker, it's okay. I'm just gonna rephrase and mention this quickly. I don't like using the word kids in my callout. That's why sometimes I halter for a few moments because I want to say bunk and dorms. Anyway, I digress. To me, they have 6-picked off of the Bandit onto the meat. That is telling me they're gonna play an assistant roam. Maybe in Trophy, maybe in Armory. I don't know. It's to be seen. The Valkyrie is placing out a few cams here inside of Trophy, but the Goya Shield is in the same position. Surely they're just going to shoot it out from the window, but they've got the Jaeger and the Wamai. That in tandem with the Mute is telling me surely they're going to extend into some area.
I'm really thinking, if they're playing the Jaeger and the Wamai, that seems to me they're trying to keep the shield alive now.
Yeah.
But did they not realize that shield got shot out from the window last time?
Yeah, it's a bit of an error. I don't know exactly where. I don't know if they just weren't aware where it got shot out from. They maybe thought it was some piece of soft breach utility. But again, we see the Valkyrie loitering and skulking out in the kitchen area. So for her, she is an element of wasting time.
Ooh,
if I'm V-drop, I know she's here, but
Spawn pick and the immediate refrag. Wow,
that was really
that's
well
Bear
done.
that's gone. So that's a big kill there. That's their top fragger gone.
So like the Valkyrie readying on up for her run out herself, shoots out the air jab, and she might be able to find one on the drone. He isn't ready, but with the refrag, Kaylin is.
There was the refrag, but that's ace gone.
Yeah, that's massive.
You've
still got the Maverick.
Yeah, you still got the Maverick, but that's not. Ace was the key player here, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to open up these main walls for any maybe newcomers on this broadcast. I know that is kind of rare in this scene, but for any newcomers, the ace is the most important point of ingress in your attack because you need to open up those walls. You need to open up the avenue onto the bomb site. Here, the Maverick. These little blowtorch holes and potentially a Maverick trick at that is going to be all that you have to work for.
They're stuck with this funnel now. That's what's happened now.
Peppers knows that, so he knows he has to capitalize on this at some point. This is the only point he can make work. The nades are just getting caught.
That's all their nades gone now, and they've destroyed one shield. It's a 3v3, but the problem that they've got is they're stuck in this funnel now, where there's a crossfire between the doors and the rotate there. Have they made the feet holes there as well? Or is it reinforced?
Well, oh, did I catch that right? Oh no, he isn't injured, he just went into a prone position. The Wamai from that elevated position could have been able to do damage. He's still going to do damage from this angle at that. And Dormzy is a very tight angle onto the reinforced wall. Seems they know the elevated position might come into play. Easy though, shuts down on the sledge. It's just left to the Nomad and the Maverick to make this happen.
This crossfire is going to make it impossible for Vorp to push again.
Oh. There goes Galen.
He's effectively in the 1v3 now, this Maverick. He has to pre-fire that Wamai, which doesn't happen, and the round's done.
That's the 1.5.
You can make all the arguments of what you want of yes, they refragged the runouts there.
100% worth.
Blackout won them that round the moment Ace died.
Yeah.
When Ace died, they lost all ways into the site.
And that's the main thing they've been relying on the attack, is that quick work in opening up these avenues onto the bomb site, holding down those crossfires for very long, forcing Astra to make these mistakes, which, yes, they haven't been able to punish as effectively yet, but that was the first step in their checklist. Once that wasn't done, well, the rest of the checklist falters. You can't check anything off once your very first one falls to bits. Now, on the side switch.
And the thing is,
supply room is going to be their first bomb site.
The thing is, as well, now, V-Drop is a problem now. It's a 5-1 split. Yes, optimal, a decent... You'd expect like a 4-2 split, but 5-1 now, they've got a problem because they dropped one round. That's match point for Astra. Yeah. That is a huge amount of pressure now that they need to try and catch up with, yeah.
So, they can only lose one round. That means they need to win at least one round on all three maps in their rotation.
All three sites.
Yeah. Thank you for the correction. People were probably confused. But yeah, they need to win one round on each one of their sites in their rotation. That's a hard ask, especially on Oregon.
Yeah, look, Oregon has always been a map where it's been slightly more balanced in my opinion.
Yeah.
The 4-2 split on defense is excellent. 3-3, you're not going to complain. 5-1, that was the most optimal thing Astra could have hoped for. And for V-Drop, this is now a point where you're going to see how their mentality's been pushed and how willing they are to actually keep going. So, now the question is, I want to see how they push this.
Yeah.
It's a laundry take, but they're not pushing, Astra aren't pushing nearly as aggressive as what V-Drop did. They are actually, I'm slightly trying to figure out why exactly Sledge is pushing from the top of the tower here.
He's just doing his due diligence. He is just making sure each and every single angle is cleared. They don't want any pesky roamers slinking about.
Also to note is that they're running the bar now. They're running the triple hard breacher here, sorry.
Yeah.
And that's relevant because now you can open up that hatch, which makes that the mirror window is impossible to play. Okay? And you're increasing the amount of angles that you can open up with that Ivana as well. If you can open up that wall into Shaiko, you make Shaiko unplayable. You make Electrical unplayable. So that leaves him with just Pillar. Oh, but Jaeger's pushing very aggressive here and he gets himself a pick here. Where was that refrag from? That was from the open... through the open mirror window, wasn't it?
Yeah, finds the pick and they get a kick. Now they're gonna try and make their point of ingress from
I
blue.
hate that pin pun, but I love it.
It is what it is, man. The ace... just gonna hold down this angle. He knows there's one in Shaiko. He's going for these quick peeks. The Mozzie is gonna pose a threat, as his name would suggest, but They know he's in Shaiko. The Nomad is just pre-firing onto his position. There's a crossfire from this right. Surely this position falls. But Astra, at this point in time for me, they're making slow pace. They're not nearly as quick as VDROP were on their attack, but it's working out for them. Oh, that M590 shotgun hits like a truck.
Maverick's own hole.
Yep.
Oh no, poor Maverick. It always sucks when you get killed through your own hole. Nitro comes up. I don't think it's going to net anything though. So this is a bit of a stalemate here, where we've seen the differences between the aggression that VDROP had and the construction phase that Astra's doing. But
what I
now
want to
they've
see
got
from VDROP, where on their attacking side they were so quick. I want to see diamond hands, and that is exactly it. Knows when to swing, and he makes the opportunity work. 2v2 now. They can just sit on site. 20 seconds left. A gunfight needs to happen at this point in time. They've got the perfect crossfire set up from the flag. Oh, they dismantle it perfectly.
that coordination. That was such a coordinated push there, and they knew where they were. There were drones there somewhere creeping those calls. They had to know something there. I know it is relatively default spots, but still, it's that I've got to give the credit to the IG then to coordinate that push.
Yeah, it really just seems like they're working well together. It's something I criticized from the side of VDROP early on, is it seemed for me like the coordination just wasn't there. That was well coordinated from VDROP. I gotta give it to them. But it was so much better from Astra.
Yeah, and this leaves us now. This is what we were talking about earlier. Now VDROP's in such a bad situation where they're on. It's match point for Astra. VDROP has to go 5 rounds flawlessly to make sure that they don't lose this.
If you're VDROP, what do you do?
Now they're not just in an issue in terms of, well, one, I would have taken a tactical timeout and fixed the problem.
Yeah.
The problems that they're having, which they didn't do. Secondly, they've got to look at the situation now. 5 rounds down. First, they've got to play flawlessly now. No more mistakes. Players' mentality is shot now. So now the players have to keep their mental up with this. Again, that's a tough ask with this now. They're in serious trouble here.
It's always hard to claw back, not only the physical game, but your mental game. Whiffing a few shots on the drones. I am sorry, I need to point this out. Especially because of the Twitch that you play. On PlayStation, Twitch is just a menace.
Really?
And I say this not in a mean way, it is just the truth. It is not as easy to shoot a Twitch.
Oh, yeah, true. Because I would say on PlayStation, you see a drone, you just flick onto it dead instantly. It's very rare that drones actually escape properly.
Yeah.
Even less with Twitch drones, since can't actually jump, which is changing in the future though.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Oh, I'm gonna love that.
I'm still of the opinion if Ubisoft were to make a game just centered around drones, I would eat that up. Literally Trackmania just with drones.
With drones. They should make that temporary game mode.
I would love that, man. Just a DLC for Trackmania.
Yeah.
Oh no, well, here we go. Let's see if the silly little car can make its way on in, but not when there's a mossy pest. They shoot it out, yes, so no +1 for the defensive side of VDROP, but they've lost one Twitch drone. Not really as much utility to actually clear out with that little shy drone, but its utility lost nonetheless. Bear is going to start opening up the main wall. This is very quick work from Astra, and that's a scary thing. When we've seen Astra's playstyle, they make these angles absolutely collapse on their attack. They know how to dismantle these crossfires. They have time to work with to do that.
This is very well played, man. 1 minute 30 left. They've got access through to the site. Now it's just a question of can they find the picks that they need to get in. And with the way Astra's been playing, I'd say so. Yes, look, I think they know Vigil's there. They know Vigil's there.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no, the timing could have been catastrophic.
There's an air jab. There's no way he makes it out alive. He completely avoids him, but they don't need to take that gunfight. They can make this collapse on the site happen. The Abana, I believe, is joining in on the hunt. The Vigil is still on the prowl.
Here we go. I was gonna say, all that Astra needs is they need to pick off one aspect of that crossfire.
Shut up the air jab. He's made his way up and he finds one. Oh no!
That's
the
Hibana
diffuser.
gone. And the diffuser. Oh no. That's gonna be slightly problematic now. Because you see, they took out the Jaeger, so they eliminated one angle from the crossfire, but Vigil's probably just going to go and retake that now when he walks his way up the stairs there, which he is now. So, unfortunately for them, they got the gain by killing the Jaeger, but then they lost it again. They took too long to make the play off of it.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
the bandit
They
dies.
find one onto the defender.
Here's
Only
when he pushed, but
really
they
one-
don't have the...
There's only one in Attic and one in Dorks. The Vigil is going to be the wild card here that they need to account for. Finds one, the attack is collapsing. 18 seconds though, they need to make something happen. Swinging on into all of these angles. The Nomad just playing on close quarters. She can't find anything. Oh, the drop shot coming out at that. They can't find anything. And it's a second round on the cards for V-Drop.
I'm going to say, that was more impressive from V-Drop. That's the way that they should have been playing. But the question is, can they keep repeating that for another 4 rounds to get to overtime?
Senzi in chat, these two are the Kickstar and Intero of South Africa. Which one would you want to be, Kix or Intero?
I don't know, Intero's got like the fabulous hair and I absolutely love it.
Bro, have you seen Kix's hair?
I love how long it is as well. That is
It's amazing. It looks like 2000s rocker hair.
But you see, the thing is, Kix has mechanical skill and I've got none of
Same.
that.
I hope you could hear the pain in my voice.
Kix has actual mechanical skill, and unfortunately for me, I rely purely on my brain, which only works in higher lobbies.
I can't even rely on that anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a washed up, player. Well, let's see if Astra can wash them over the finish line and make them end up on the shore dead and not really ready for this. I mean, it really has just been a tidal wave swinging on through each and every single time. It's just been an unstoppable force, like the ocean, that they haven't been able to deal with. I want to see these defenders be solid and stand ready in their positions. They can't falter for the attacking side. We saw it a lot on V-Drop's attack, where they took control of these angles so early on. Where Astra's attack, these two we've seen thus far, they seem a bit slower. Capitalize on that. Make the pressure, push it into Astra's court.
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of curious. They're going with the same mirror again, but I don't think this mirror has netted any dividends any round this game so far.
Even on the on Astra's defense.
Yeah. So, and they're both these teams are playing. So my question is, why aren't they trying something else? Let me ask chat, is this like default meta here that it's just mirror everywhere and no smoke, shield, and elbow?
I mean, that mirror window is default even on PC. Let's be honest.
But I mean, is this like the default meta here though? Like, because
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing a much more aggressive hold there.
You're used to plat 2 lobbies and above.
I'm used to seeing.
That sounds so bad. I need to correct myself on that one. I am not saying this is a lower ranked game by any stretch of the imagination. I am just saying, usually, you don't see things like Jaeger swinging out from blue. What is that? He finds one, the ace nets him.
And the mirror's gone.
Yeah.
Area's unplayable again. This is what I was saying. That mirror hasn't done anything this entire game, so should the teams maybe consider a different way to be playing this?
Maybe that's a question you gotta ask if you're V-Drop on this defense, because the time is ticking and the pressure it is mounting because these attackers are getting ready to make their collapse happen. A Ying in the lineup for Astra. It's gonna be very dead.
This was what they were saying. Okay, Jared was saying to me that we're going to see Sloppy pushing in the market now. Sorry for exposing my informant here, but the Ying, that kind of says to me what I was going to say, where he was going to be leading the way in here. Ying Candela goes out, but it's not actually going to catch him. He's
He's gonna pre-fire this. Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh no! He finds it! Oh, incredible kill at that! Can he make this
1v4
happen
though.
from the side? He gets the injure! Oh, but he can't swing quick enough with the M590 shotgun. Oh, the M249 from the gridlock finds the final, and that is the final round of Oregon.
that was so chaotic.
It was beautiful though. I gotta give it to them.
I've got to give it to him. I've got to give it to him. Wasn't exactly a headshot, but he did get the kill and the down. It's just unfortunate that he just got swarmed from every single direction with LMGs.
Yeah, and with that, Astra, they take the very first game 7-2.
15 kills for Bear.
Yeah, that's
on the A, and he's been playing. I can't remember. Has he been playing? Oh no, he was playing. He was playing Jaeger on defense. Those guys. He's not like fully support. But
Yeah,
still, great game from him.
And his team. They
Yeah,
all
and his
work
team.
well together.
Lots of mistakes from Astra. Whose map pick was this?
I do believe Astra. I stand
Okay.
corrected, but I do believe Astra.
Okay, that would make sense. So I want to see with Coastline now. We saw some aggressive attacks from V-Drop. So I want to see how that aggression translates over to Coastline.
Yeah.
Because there's something there with that aggressiveness. If they can keep pulling off that aggressiveness, getting those entries and pushing their way in on a map which is a lot less technical, I can see them pulling off some big plays there. But at the same time, during this off time now, they've got to figure out these mistakes that they've been making and find a way to stop Astra from if they can't fix the mistakes, find a way to adapt so that Astra can't capitalize off the mistakes.
That'll be the question when we return. Gonna take a quick break just to set up the lobby, get the players refreshed and in the right mindset. When we return, it's map 2, Coastline of Astra versus V-Drop. We'll be right back. Interesting game here between Astra and V-Drop. I mean, Coastline, we know the memes. We know it is just a box with the hole in the middle and you tell your fraggers go kill. But what are you expecting coming out from this map?
Okay, so I'm a little bit curious. I want to see till when someone's going to be sitting on the roof.
Oh no.
I'm curious if it's going to be 10 seconds left and there's someone still sitting on the roof.
It always happens.
It always happens. It always happens, and it is the most infuriating thing when you're in a post pod and you're trying to retake and suddenly there's someone sitting on the roof.
Oh no.
But as well, I'm curious, multiplayer.
Do you think he's going to be as big of a factor here? I mean, he can just waltz on through a doorway, make his presence known, and be the big friendly bastion that he is. Just act as a living drone.
I want to know if he's friendly, but
he is friendly. He likes papillions. He likes butterflies.
He does?
don't you know the entire story arc with like the April Fool's thing where like he had the butterflies on his shield? Oh, damn. I forgot. Not everyone knows game lore like Tronaka.
Yeah, I unfortunately I don't study the game lore that much. I study more on the strategic side. But look, this is a map where strategically Monty has always been good.
Yeah,
we've seen it since year 1 Siege. He's been back when you could still wiggle around with the shields a lot more. He's been ridiculously good yet.
Yeah, it really, for me, the question then is what I used to do back when I was playing PlayStation. Pick up the glass, dude. Go for the Monty glass, plant and service door. That is as old as it gets.
That old standard meta. You pick up the glass, you take your Monty, you take a Ying, flash, smoke, plant, hold it.
Dearly. I ideally miss the days when that was, that was the go-to thing for like plat and higher. Like, you were seen as bold if you had a strat like that.
When's the last time I saw that in a comp game?
I still play that.
No, like in a proper comp game though. When's the last time I saw that like that?
I'm not worthy of comp.
When's the last time you played a comp game?
It was March 2020 on Zatic Gaming, I believe. No.
Wow.
I can't remember the clan, but yeah.
That's a long
it's been a while. It's been a while, but I mean, my brain's still big. I hope.
we hope.
Chat, give me some positive reinforcement. He's breaking down my ego.
No, but like, you know, the last time I saw that in comp play was actually my team.
What did they do?
It was against 80k. The first time we ever beat 80k. It was on this map, and we did that exact.
Yeah, that's why you beat 80k.
No,
you brought out the gold strats. They weren't ready for it.
Yeah,
it was revolutionary at that time.
It totally wasn't them not realizing how goated Sandals and Dropshot were, and well, that whole team was. But at the end of the day, that we did play that strat. Strat came out. It worked well. I want to see that. Also, you know what I really want to see?
Yeah.
I want to see nobody sitting on the roof until 2 minutes left.
Please, I
mean, until 10 seconds left.
I hope and pray. I mean, what we've seen thus far, just from my overview perspective, is players waiting during that mid-round for the defenders to make a play and make a mistake.
Yes.
I think sitting on the roof is going to be the play. That being said, we have all of the players in the lobby, so Simp, if you're ready for this one,
let's
go
go
head straight on in. What are you expecting from this ban phase? Do you think either the Monty or the Glass is getting banned here?
Okay, so one, I think Astra's going to try to find a way to block out... Sorry, not... Astra's going to try to find a way to block out that aggressive play we saw from V-Drop. Because if V-Drop sticks to that theme, this could be a slaughter for them.
Most definitely. I mean, I really am expecting that aggressive playstyle to come out once again.
But the question is, what are they going to ban to do that? Maybe the Ying, but the Ying wasn't really being played. Oh, but there goes the Ying ban.
Yeah. Off the board. Can't take it anymore. All of her blinding light potential.
I accidentally leaked the script there, I'm sorry, but...
You weren't supposed to reveal that, man.
Oh, sorry, man.
Our entire production setup is ruined. Anyway, second ban coming out.
I think it's gonna be
the Montaigne. There we go. We are the big brain caster / analyst. We just know, man.
That's everything I wanted to see gone now. Now it's just the Glass, and I don't think they're gonna play the Glass if the other two aren't there.
It's almost like we need. It's almost like I and myself. It's almost like we do this on a regular basis. Again, what is that? I don't know if that's a target ban necessarily to one of the. I need to focus here. Blue team banned it out towards one of the V-Drop players. Maybe they know a bit more than we do. That is very possible because we, quite frankly, don't know a lot. But I just
all I can think is
whether that is.
All I can think is someone's playing Ella Shotgun. Valkyrie, there we go. That was a good ban.
That is a potent operator because we saw it from both teams in the previous game. It's not like one team used it more than the other. But on Coastline, oh, those palm trees, baby, it is hard to see those black eyes.
Yeah, definitely. My question, I'm going back to the Ella. Do you think someone's abusing Ella Shotgun?
I really do think the FO12 is in play. Would have been.
Do you think they're just trying to get rid of that? They don't want to deal with Ella Shotgun?
I mean, I never like dealing with Ella Shotgun.
That thing's annoying enough.
That genuinely gives me like PTSD flashbacks from Sniper 90. If you played back in the day, you get PTSD from Sniper 90.
Oh, Lord, don't remind me.
Whoever thought that was a good idea, get them off of the dev team. But who can billiards it'll be? So first defensive setup and lineup wise,
You know
they
what
were
else I want to see?
hinting out the kite, but why do you think they have a bandit here?
I'm gonna say quad wall.
Fair, fair.
Quad wall in pink bar. But just make sure that... I think they're predicting someone's gonna be on the roof till 20 seconds, so they don't want that wall going open.
Fair, fair. Okay, I need to settle this because Trinok was scolding me for calling this the lounge.
I call that pink bar.
Fair. Okay. Have you at least heard someone call it lounge?
I have. I don't like the call out though because it's very non-specific.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
How do you differentiate between that and VIP? Because if someone calls lounge, they could also be calling VIP.
VIP.
You could also be calling in Sunrise like that small box. Some people, I've heard people call that lounge as well.
Dude, I'm the caster here. What I say is my
What
word
you say is
final.
absolute.
Yeah. Okay. Well, getting ready for this attacking side. I really like the Capital play coming out. It is an operator that brings a lot of utility, and with a site like this that has these outward-facing avenues where you can just waltz on onto a doorway, make your presence known, and potentially get the box
Where's
down.
the glass?
It's useful.
I want to see the glass, man.
Sure, appease us. Appease us.
Okay, I also want to see, is Astra going to stick with this? Astra. Oh yeah, it's Astra attacking. Sorry, my brain stopped working there for 2 seconds. I want to see, has Vorp found a way to fix this? Astra, we saw they had quite a structured attack, okay. But Coastline doesn't always net well to those structured attacks. Coastline, in general, nets well to someone being able to just absolutely pop off.
And then is it? Oh, there goes Blackout. I was gonna say he's the one to look out for. It's Bear that he's absolutely popping off.
It was Barry was popping off last game. That's a problem now. It's Coastline. It's a somewhat attacker-sided map. You're down a man on the. You've lost the first hit.
Yeah. Maybe not too big. It is just one player, but still, it could snowball into more.
Also, to note, it was the Hibana, but I don't think they were going to get the walls open either way.
Realistically, that just wasn't going to go open, and realistically, at this point in time, what the hell happened? 2 kills left, right, and center. We were not ready for that. It's just the Ash and the Flores left. Yes, you've got soft breach, but you can't blow this round
Ash
open.
down, now you've just got your Flores. Where is Flores?
He's in... Where is he? Flores?
Is he sitting on the roof?
I'm gonna pan up in a few seconds. Chat, hedge your bets now. Is he on the roof? Yes, he is.
Yes.
There we go. Didn't expect anything more.
What else can you expect?
I mean, what do you do in this scenario? Like, this is genuinely just
true.
adding your stats.
But honestly,
like, you can't.
It's first round, let's be honest. You're not going to be discussing what went wrong. You know what went wrong. Drop down, see what you can do. Maybe you pull off the ace clutch?
Oh, he's going for it. He's fishing for the kill.
Unfortunately, all the shots go around Jaeger there.
Oh, you can't kill him like that.
Unfortunately, but let's see. I think he's going to drop on. No, he's not going to drop on the balcony. Did he run all the way out to ruins? Oh, this
is beautiful, man. This is the action.
I love this. I love this. I want to see Jaeger win this. If Jaeger wins this,
that let it be known. I am struggling to not.
He's pushing
not make a joke about this.
No, dead. Okay. What was your joke? I want to hear the joke.
Probably not.
No. You can't tease us. You gotta tell us now.
I need to pander to my audience, okay? I can't talk slander about the very people I am supposed to make feel welcome and enjoy this game.
These players slander each other constantly.
Fair. We've seen it on Twitter.
Yeah, it happens everywhere. So, but unfortunately, we don't want a kickstart situation where they got mad at him for making some comments about XF.
Okay, side note, I know it's completely off the topic, but Jacob, Caliber Jacob, dude, I feel so sorry for him. That was his first ever broadcast and that happens.
Oh, yes. Oh, the worst possible match that it could have been.
I love that man dearly, but okay. This is gonna sound like me just trying to find a segue into this, but I dearly love this bomb site. Genuine on the defensive side. There are a lot of ways to defend this. My favorite, opening up this avenue, holding a long angle all the way from luggage into the top of this wall here, onto the window. I just love pestering people with that.
Note the jackal and the lack of the glass.
Why not glass, man?
But what's interesting, I want to see if this is... So the bandits, they're going to make that you can't do that main lobby attack unless Flores gets one of his drones in there. Or no, Flores is on the board. So effectively, I think I want to see from Astra here. Purely on the fact that we're obviously dealing with controllers here. I want to see them do the vertical play, get those bandits off the wall, open up main lobby, and then make that they can't actually play in that area, and then drove the people bomb. Yeah, that's what I want to see for them.
It's what we usually expect to see. Very interestingly, here we have a Jaeger playing very aggressively inside blue bar. Kind of a do or die type of situation where he realistically does not have a way to rotate out once they spot him out. He has one doorway to get out of here. He is going to play here till he dies. There's a Nomad on his window, putting some bullets into him, but he is just...
He's tight spot here. He cannot move.
Unless?
For a second I thought it was him that got the kill there, but it was not him. Woo! Oh, that is a good kill there by the bandit to get.
Really important one as well.
Yeah, that was an
He
important
gets
one.
a lot of pressure.
Jaeger's still alive. He's lost about half of his HP, but they still haven't got. He still haven't got rid of him. So he's dead now. But it's 3v3 here. He didn't really waste the optimal amount of time to really justify the fact that he's dead now, in my opinion.
I gotta note one thing. They have the Jackal, an operator which in my mind, his utility grows exponentially in value the later on in the round it gets, because that bandit behind Sunrise is left for dead. No, he isn't.
No, he's not. He's getting the kills.
Yeah, he finds the second for himself in the round. Incredible! Almost finds the third. But the Nomad with a great, equally as great shot herself.
The instant reflect with the FMG9!
Citizen would be proud.
I love it. I love it.
Tell your PC boys they need to adapt.
Hey, you'll see it. You'll see it. Trust. Just give it some time. What's his name? Pancake was doing it back in the day, and unfortunately, it gets locked out there. This is more what we wanted to see from Pijo.
Yeah, they're looking confident.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to see. I like the fact that they've got the mental confidence. So they obviously didn't let that game break their mentality, which is good.
Strangely enough, I'm gonna pose this question to you. Just based off these two rounds, do you think this map has been more tactical than Oregon?
Not really. It's been, let's be honest, it's been fragging. Okay, well,
It
Oregon was pretty
has
fragging
been,
as
but
well.
it was even more fragging than Oregon, exactly.
This is strange. My brain's struggling to comprehend everything that's happening. To be honest, if I'm Astra, I'm looking at this now. Why did they go play vertical? They chose to push
especially Pentas and Theater.
Yeah.
When is the last time you saw this bomb slide?
True. Actually, if you play UAE servers, this bomb slide gets played a lot.
Definitely the EU meta is to play Blue Bar and Sunrise.
Yeah.
I kind of think to Empire when I think about that bomb site.
Empire used to 24 rounds.
Oh, don't remind me.
No, but I want to see. They're not playing the shields. So typically, when you're playing this site, normally you see like deployable shields sitting there in 90 hallway. Yeah, you'd have someone playing in there. You'd have a Jaeger ADS in there by the base, the little base indent thing, because that ADS can't actually get shot out. And then, but they're not doing this. So I want to see exactly how they're planning on holding this, because they've got an issue up. They haven't got any crossfires into VIP, and I'd be willing to bet energy drinks.
Oh,
on
energy
them.
drinks?
Yeah, on them pushing into VIP. On Astra trying to take control of VIP.
I'm gonna take you up on that bet. Can't pass up on that one. Rams, yeah. Strangely enough, he's keeping on the purple. Is he just doing it for the aesthetic?
See,
No, there he tracked someone.
He's found the poles, and they know the Jaeger's the outside with the red ping. I don't think the red ping was the play that they should have gone for the yellow ping, in my opinion.
This is a really open defensive strategy coming out from VDROP. They only have 2 people on the bomb site, 1 person not even on it. And neither of them were on. Okay, no, he's in theater. I digress.
Okay, so the question is, when does VDROP... Sorry, not VDROP.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Okay. That
You
was
said
good.
you wanted the vertical, there you go.
There's the vertical I've been looking for. When does Astra decide to leave these roamers alone and just push straight to site? Because there's only 1 C4 on the board. That means they can only get 1
There's
kill.
only 1 person on site.
Yeah. When do you push into the site? Stop the site. Maybe lose 1 or 2 bodies before you get the refrag. Leave the roamers alone. Get the plant down and just hold the angles.
I wish I could have seen that. I wasn't quick enough on the observer cam. The Ash, she checks her corners. They do their due diligence, and I think that is what they're doing overall in this round. They could have, realistically, just said, okay, let's rush the site, but they make sure that everything is accounted for.
That is unfortunate timing there for Jaeger.
Yeah.
1v4 full 1 mine? Don't think he's winning this.
Definitely going to be a hard ask. He's got the MP5K to make this happen, but from the side, it's Astra to lock down the round.
See, I like the idea that VDROP had there.
Yeah.
But it's slightly flawed of what happens if your roamers all die. Or if they just rush the site.
Yes. Yeah.
But I like the idea. Gotta give it to him.
So, from what we've seen, and I gotta refer back to what we are used to, usually Coastline is a very attacking-sided map. Would you not agree?
Yes. Yes, I would agree with that. I think from a defensive perspective, you can be happy with a 3-3 split.
Yeah. So, from what we are hoping for and expecting coming out from Astra on the attack, they need to start racking up some rounds. They're only 1 down, yes, but it seems to me like they've taken some time to wake up in this map.
Yeah, and as well, that's not exactly one of the primary sites as well.
Yeah.
So, statistically, you would expect them to have a higher chance of winning that site. So the question is now, can they win these sites? Because if VDROP, let me put it this way, if VDROP plays 1 more round, they've got themselves a good split for the attacking side. If they win 2 rounds, absolutely fantastic for them. Astra will be on hugely on the back. So it's really time now for Astra to turn this around.
Yeah, I mean, I hate saying this is the time, this is your last moment to make things happen, because by no means is it that. This is just a time when you hope there would be change.
This is Siege. We've seen complete reverse sweeps
on this very map.
Yeah, from 6-0 all the way to like 8-7, 8-6. You see it.
You love to see this. Kalen, the aggression.
Opening kill from the Jaeger there. Where was that from?
No clue.
Was it
No
from the
clue,
window?
No, it's not been opened. I haven't. Let me. Yeah, the door is open. I think it was.
Oh, the door. Okay.
Yeah, probably there.
So they've lost. It's been traded back onto the Rook. I don't know if that's a huge loss at the end of the day.
Yeah, the stage not that big. You lose 2 nades, but I mean.
Yeah, but you've lost the Rook. Not that big of a loss. He's already given his armor out. He's used his impacts. He was really just a gun now. Whereas you've lost nades on the sledge, you lost your vertical play, but vertical play isn't going to be that big here because obviously they're playing top.
Yeah, and now when you make your point of ingress, the Jackal is going to make his way into VIP. That's a very important step into locking down the rotates in this vase area. But they have no pressure from Aqua Balcony or Hookah Balcony. Where do you think this main collapse is going to happen?
I think what they're going to do is they're going to open up that VIP wall, the most right-hand side, so they can look in. Then they're going to try and take control of Hookah, and they're going to do a push, like through VIP in the Hookah area. I don't think they want to. I think they're a bit hesitant with Aqua side after what happened last time, because they got wrecked on there.
Yeah, they're very hesitant. They are wary of what is going to happen.
Here we go.
in the
They're opening
round.
up.
Yeah,
Walls
exactly what you said.
Ash finds the kill. That was in luggage, I believe.
Oof. Oh, blows to both teams. One feeling it more than the other. V drop down 2 men.
V-Drop are
Bye.
feeling this round now. They've lost their ability to pulse effectively. It's just a question of how are Astra going to execute this now, because now they've got the angles that they need. They've cut off the ability to rotate around. So how are they going to get the diffuser in the side?
Seemingly stuck in position. He finds one. Yes, there's a trade onto the bandit, but the Mozzie alleviating so much of the pressure, finding Bear there. Swinging on through. He finds the player in Aqua, and that's the diffuser, but from the side, not aware of the flank. Tixi finding the final. And here we go. Astra seemingly waking up.
This is becoming the closer game that we were expecting at the beginning of this.
Yes. I mean, well, predictions that were in chat previously, I can't remember, and my chat doesn't scroll up far enough to actually see who it was. Someone predicted 7-3 Oregon for Astra and 8-7 for V-Drop on Coastline.
They weren't
he
far
was,
off.
yeah, he was very close with Oregon, so who knows?
Who knows?
Oti.
Look, if I'm V-Drop, either way, this isn't bad. They've already got 2 of the rounds.
Yeah.
Even if they walk away with this 4-2 split for Astra, that's not the worst situation considering it is Coastline.
Yes. I mean, yeah, 4-2 either way to the attacking or the defending side. On Coastline, it's not really something to worry about. It's not something to bring you down.
It's not ideal, but at the same time, it is not the worst situation. There's been worse situations than that on Coastline.
I mean, we see days where Coastline just suddenly becomes a defender haven. I cast my mind back specifically to, I can't believe it wasn't the Mexico Major. I think Dark Zero maybe, where both teams just won all 6 of their defensive rounds.
Oh, yes.
It happens from time to time, and that's not saying that you can just chuck it down to that, or that what is meta is necessarily always going to happen. It's just a framework that we like to point out. And what we've seen thus far, taking it completely outside of the norm, or what is expected to be the norm, taking it to what we've seen in this game, Astra have kind of been sleeping. These last 2 rounds, they have been picking up the pace, and they have been the Astra they were on Oregon.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of, what do you call it? Oh no, now my brain is... I cut you off to make a point, now I can't even remember my point. Sorry.
Opening kill there onto the Jaeger. That's Jaeger gone. Was that a failed spawn peek? Or was, oh, that was the Jaeger thing in blue.
Blue bar, I believe, yeah. There's
So
the
that's
blood.
blue bar gone. So this is what they were trying to do the previous time they attacked there, that they failed miserably at, unfortunately for them. And Bandit's trapped here now. He has to get that kill when the Ash pushes in there.
Lost your mind back two or so rounds ago. He got kills in this position.
He got the kills. But the question is he gonna be able to stay alive and get these kills again? Oh, he finds one.
does. It's an important one at that, because the pressure from Blue Bar is so much less. Oh, but swinging into Jacuzzi entrance, or also rather pull entrance, they shut him down. Now, the attackers have so much presence on this entire map. You see here Kali over on the blue stairs area.
They haven't drawn. They haven't drawn.
Yeah. Swinging on willy-nilly, but it is the
Now
clone,
they
it
know
is
he's
the
there.
Gemini. Presence known. A good play from Astra to make sure that no one is there with that Gemini, and they establish exactly the opposite. There is someone there, but that someone can't find a kill just yet. Uses his impact on the vertical to put some pressure onto them, but none felt as the round goes to the attacks.
That was a much more dominant round from Astra, and you've got to say that it's simple. They look back at their mistake that they made the previous time they tried attacking it, and they fixed it.
Well, no,
Now it's
I mean, they've taken 3 in a row now.
yeah. Now VDRXP's going to look at, okay, they figured out what we're doing. How do we adapt? Because optimally, they want to get 3 rounds here.
Yes.
Optimum. And as well, they need to make sure that whatever adaptation they make can also work on the attack. Last thing they wanted to go over to attack, and they see, oh, but Astra's already adapted to what we're going to do, and it's not working.
Do you think this is going to be a repeat of Oregon? What I mean in that is, Oregon, those first 3, maybe 4 rounds, it kind of flip-flopped. It looked like either team had dominance, were making their plays happen.
Yeah.
Where then Astra kind of ran away with it. They just started snowballing. Do you think that's going to happen? Do you think these 3 rounds in a row now is going to be enough for them to keep this going?
Look, when rounds start piling up like this in the way they do, normally a lot of the time you'll see this. All it takes is that's a smart. I like that cross match, but a lot of the time all it takes is 1 round, and suddenly it can flip over completely the other way. All it takes is that 1 round and that 1 kill, and it completely shuts down the roll the team goes on. It's just a question of
Amaru on theme pop, you know. That probably brings back memories.
I have many painful memories of there and many great memories there.
Chad, if you don't know, Mr. Coach, his team played against 80K, I believe, in the grand finals. They were 1 round off, and their star player picked Amaru, went on into the site, and from there they couldn't find 1 round after.
Oh no. Wait, wasn't that constant?
I'm 99% sure it was Neembar, because I was surprised as to why that operator was even drawn on this map. Oh no. No, you know what? I think it happened twice.
Yeah, there was... Okay, the first time that ever happened was Consulate, and I wasn't the coach then. It was another coach.
Okay, fair enough. You're shifting the blame. Oh, Sloppy! He's not going to shift the blame. He's going to take full credit for that because it is well deserved.
That was well done. But the PDW as well. I love this. I love some of the stuff I'm seeing here. Well, okay, I'm not sure why he jumped on. Just came back in. Change of heart there. But
his heart was pumping, man. He just had so much adrenaline going. He knew he had to get out of the situation. For if there maybe was a second, there was not. Now they have so much.
Oh, the hat problem. There we go.
Yeah, unlucky.
This is unfortunately not what VDROP needed yet.
Yeah, losing those 2 players very early on is not what you want to see, especially when you kind of are starting to feel the pressure. These rounds stacking up, I promise you, they're gonna feel this.
Yeah. As well, can I just note Bear being extremely consistent, 7-4 again.
It's really good to see.
Yeah. That's the type of consistency you want to see when you're in this high-intense environment. But what I want to see how VDROP handles this now, because they're on the back foot. Mentally as well, these 3 players know that if any of them dies, there's a good chance the round's over. They know that they're under extreme pressure again.
Oh, the bandit just barely making his escape out of the ball.
There was a nade that went off there, I think.
Yeah, very nearly caught him.
I could have sworn Frost saw the leg there.
I don't think she did, and Sloppy now has rotated. He's pushing aggressively into Aqua, the speedy W with the 50 round drum mag.
Yeah, this is another question I got. Where's the smoke?
It's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Smoke play since, I believe, the 2nd round on Oregon.
Yeah.
But it seems it's not really necessary. You don't need a Smoke to shut down the post.
You can just make it shut it down anyway.
Yeah, there we go. They find another Throny from the side. It's gonna find
the
two.
Rony popping. Oh, the melee.
Oh no. Kalen locks it down, and that's a 3-3 half confirmed.
Okay. I'm gonna admit I'm slightly impressed as to how they pulled it off with the smoke, without the smoke. But this is normally...
Those defenders were popping some 32 GI, I promise you.
Okay. I'll just shamelessly plugging.
They are officially sponsoring the stream, so I can.
Oh, are they? Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
I should probably not mention my other energy drinks then, but for fear of a certain man popping up and saying it is unhealthy, then I should rather be using 32 GI. But when I look at it, I lost my train of thought there. Sorry. When I look at it,
if you had 32 GI, you wouldn't lose your train of thought. It helps with mental focus.
Okay.
I am the ultimate shill. Any company, if you want to get me to just be biased towards your product, I can segue anything.
as biased as you are towards drop shot.
Hey, I love that.
I love him too.
Don't do anything.
I love him. I love him.
See, I can say that because I promise you very few, if none, PC players are watching. The ones that call me biased. So I'm gonna scream this out loud. Drop shot. I am biased towards. No one's gonna clip that. I can say that without.
I'm gonna go clip this and send it to him.
Yeah, scream.
No, honestly, I think I'm gonna say there. V drop. The last two players there played it very well to secure that round. 3-3 split. Pretty good for V drops. Pretty good situation for V drop. Yeah. I want to see that aggression they had in Oregon, and I want to see them use it well here. The only thing that's really going to stop that aggression is the Maluski and the Rooney?
Rooney, yes, the laser gets.
The laser gets. I can't do that accent.
You're gonna move to the UK. You need to learn, man.
I'll learn it eventually. I'll have some strange accent there, but
I can't wait till you come back and you just unironically sound like both the casters, Des and Pirate.
I want to see this aggression though, because I have a feeling if that aggression comes out again, and it can pay off heavily here.
They go for it, but it doesn't pay off. It doesn't net anything for them just yet. Sure, a lot of damage done onto the Yana, but
It's
equally as much
identical damage.
I genuinely think it's identical. How? Yeah, it is. The pixels are exactly the same. I'm flipping
Even
through
with the
them.
kills, both the players have the same amount of kills. This is identical what they're pulling off there.
Oh, what is happening?
It's the script. The script's a bit obvious today.
Okay, well. Don't
What's
think he had
interesting
that
to me
one.
is
That was an unexpected kill coming out from the
The
Astra.
Thatcher coming out here. What are they trying to open up? I want to see what they open up here.
I am only realizing now that the Thatcher is on. He is so effective on this map. He can literally just throw an EMP on the roof and it'll find half of the electric utility on the side.
Bandit goes down. Is that to a nade?
Believe so, yes.
I heard a nade go off, so I think it was to a nade.
Yeah, through the drone.
Yeah, that was
the last
that was
radius.
the bottom. Yeah. Blackbeard with DMR. Interesting.
I haven't seen the SR25 in ages. Well,
Every time I mention someone, they just get killed afterwards. It's the ultimate casting curse.
oh, how you will learn to appreciate the caster curse.
This is a
They
3v2 here for V-Drop, but they're going at it so linearly for one direction.
If I knew a One Direction song, I would have absolutely irritated you with that one. But Tixi somehow is getting revived amidst the 3v3. Very strange that they don't punish that one Rooney. Once again, we saw the P10 Roni from this very position doing some damage in that previous one. Yes, albeit a different team. But that gun
C4 goes out, gets wasted there. But they've still got Belusi's one, and she's full health. We've got the Roni here, full health. It's just the Bandit who's low HP. But to be honest, if I was him, I would have gone down below with that C4.
Oh, they're just playing it
Belusi's
so
gone down
fast.
below, as I said it!
Oh, has she? Yeah,
Yeah.
but she doesn't have a C. Oh, did she
She
detonate it?
placed it,
Yeah,
she
she
placed it. She
detonated, and I believe found
Oh,
the. Did she replace it?
No, I think she pre-placed it.
No, I don't think so. It's still. Okay, I'm confused as anyone is in this round.
I wanna
The
see-
Bandit. What are you doing, mate? He's gonna crawl his way through.
There's
He
the pre-
finds
oh,
the
that's
team
right.
kill. Not like this. Suddenly, though, the blackout equalizes out just that tiny bit, saves them from absolute disaster.
Okay. First off, credit to Astra for bringing that back, but I think it's a misplay from V-Drop there. They had the advantage, Bandit was down 3v2, they had two people pushing from the side. Why didn't Yana, who was still below by the way, why didn't she push the cool vibes?
Is it wise to split your resources in a situation like
They,
that? when
they
you're-
were split already, but Yana was in a position where she couldn't do anything. So rather split your resources in a position where she can actually do something
Fair.
than have her just sitting around down below not being able to do anything.
Yeah, that is a fair criticism. Kitchen and service now. I really appreciate the line pick. That is something which I recommend to every single team playing against playing against drop shot. Realistically,
Look, it's a good pick for this map at all.
yeah, and especially with this bomb side, it is it is expected that a team is going to play this wide and open strategy like we saw on Penthouse when it was brought out from V-Drop, where they kind of extended across the entire map. That is what is expected from this bomb site as well. Maybe an extension into Blue, maybe into Sunrise, but that Lion, those EDD scans are going to allow you to just lock down those roamers.
Yeah, definitely. What's kind of curious to me is I want to see how heavy the roaming presence actually is going to be. They are extending here into Sunrise, which is somewhat standard. Standard rotates. I'm not seeing anything extremely special coming out here. So I don't know how effective the Lion's going to be, because let's be honest, there's no one roaming top full.
Not roaming top though, but they're roaming horizontally on the map. There's one player inside of Square, one two in Sunrise. Only one on site.
Okay. But they're definitely going for the vertical, yeah. They're going up, they've got the buck.
Yeah, they're all making their way to the roof. They're to me, V-Drop on their attack, or rather Astra on their attack, were very good in doing their due diligence, checking each and every single angle, making sure no one is playing there, whereas V-Drop cast your mind back to Oregon, where they just dismantled the defense on their attack.
Yeah.
I like to see them change their ways here. My only question is whether they are changing too much that they can't even play in their own nature, whether they feel kind of uncomfortable in this. Because usually we've seen V-Drop just waltzing on in and just making their way onto the bomb site, where here they're actually taking their time.
Yeah, but I want to see that aggression. Where's that aggression gone? Play to your strength, don't play to the thing that you weren't doing.
And the main pitfall is we saw them when they played to their strength, when they went for those aggressive plays, they still struggled during that late game to make a collapse happen.
Yeah.
When you're doing your due diligence, when you're taking more time up top, you can have even less for the eventual collapse, which is something they struggle with. So, yes, they've lost one already. It's not too big. They've taken the top floor presence, but this is where the rubber hits the road. This is where they really need to start doing things.
Well, look, they're slowly going at the steering up the utility. They've still got the buck. A lot of damage from the losing. Wasted nitro cell. So it's just a question now of can they get any more picks from the vertical to even it out of it. And as I say, that down goes Lucy.
Yeah, the Twitch somehow made his way into Courtyard, finding a little bit of an engagement here with the Wamai, none of them coming out the wiser. Just a lot of damage being done and being felt by V-Drop, because they're on the receiving end of most of this.
Where is the vertical play? You still got 40 seconds.
They've completely ditched it.
Yeah, Buck's got so many options. You can still have someone... Oh, they've got the Ash there, but like... there's still so many more options. That Jaeger is a free pick if someone was in there.
But the Jaeger behind the bomb chassis is actually going to make his way around. No one currently to sit and deny the defuse. They find one, I believe that's the player that was assisting from the side of the courtyard.
Is he proning his way into the site?
He is. Yes, he is. Time is whittling and running down, though.
So you the default pulse up. The vertical play is going to play out here. Oh, but the run out. So now it's all down the vertical to help keep the plant is down.
It's all on Act Freaky now.
Yeah. Buck is pretty much, he's just wasting time, and there it is. It's all on this Ash now.
Oh, brilliant.
She gets one kill. Okay, the other one's coming up, so the question is now...
Do you drop?
How long is he going to wait before he drops down? Does he know that the Rooney's coming up?
Rooney is committing to it, but at the perfect moment, he jumps out the window, throwing caution to the wind.
That's so much time wasted.
Back to the Rooney, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Ooh, that was dangerous. That was dangerous.
I'll really give it to him. Played well there. Played very well there.
You know, in an alternate world, the Aruni activated that Claymore and killed Ash with it.
In an alternate
I've seen
world,
that happen.
Yeah, in an alternate world, she managed to trigger it without Aruni dying, and then Ash got...
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But I've got to say, I don't think Astra made any huge mistakes that round either. It was just, I've got to give it to them. V-Drop managed to crawl their way into that site.
That was beautiful to see.
And they played it well. The vertical worked out. But that's one thing I want to see more from your teams. Commit to your vertical. Use it. It's there.
It was well done there. The Ash stuck there, played it, well done.
But at the same time, like, that Jaeger that was moving around by the rotate, there was a vertical hole there. Why was no one watching that?
Exactly, yeah.
Because that was potentially the only spot where your planter could be stopped from.
Most definitely. And they have reacted. Astra, we've seen they are an adaptive team. They can react to circumstances provided to them. They bring the Maestro. It's a good play. It can deny a plant. V-drop on their attack. They take time. They made that plant happen with like 2 seconds there. If there was a Maestro turret on that previous round, well, who knows? They might have even won it.
Yeah, sure. But also note that there is the Twitch, so if Twitch does do her job properly... But
Spaghetti skin.
Spaghetti skin?
Spaghetti skin. If you
Spaghetti
know,
skin.
Okay. Pulse shotgun. And this is a very niche thing. I genuinely don't think anyone here knows.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, pulse shotgun. The Causa, Rowan, if you are watching this, Causa is known for a certain strategy. He will sit up top in penthouse on this window with the pulse shotgun, use his cardiac sensor, and just jump out with the shotgun willy-nilly and find kills. He used that. I'm gonna mention this specifically. He used this in July of 2020, back in the day. That was African R6 League days. That was when no one was watching. I want to... Rowan, if you see this clip for some reason, please bring that back.
True. Also, but the thing is, I think this is their way of trying to counter the vertical play, because they knew they lost up in the vertical. If you've got multiple ways to deal with that vertical now, you can take out the one weakness you had. But I want to see how V-drop adapt to this now, because they knew what they did right and wrong now. So it's just a question of how do they fix the mistakes that they made. This might be a free kill.
Yeah, Thatcher. Okay. Needs to be wary. I believe one of his EMPs actually shut down the cardiac sensor of the pulse.
Would have.
Yeah, quite an intricate layering of abilities there, where
they know those mozzies here. Sorry, to interrupt you there.
Yeah, 100%. He's
gonna
swing the angle.
Marie, I mean. And dead. Yeah. This is what I wanted to see from Redrop. Yes, they've lost Freaky, but they've got the man advantage. They've got time, they can do vertical play. Yes, there's a pulse on the board. They do need to be a little bit wary of that. And, well, it's gone. Oh, but the flank here might pay some dividends.
So now, you've got the Maestro on the bomb side. He has an impact in hand, which could be used to deny a plant. Either all of the attacking players from V-drop on 100 HP. Bear.
They've abandoned the vertical.
Bear. He has taken everything that they have seized. He has taken it back and reclaimed it. At this point in time, 45 seconds on the clock. There is a lot of time to play with the Kalen. Plays with my heart. He shuts down the player up top.
One goes down.
Sloppy, what can you do, mate?
Okay, now, this is a precarious situation now. I think it's very unlikely he's going to win this. Oh no, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not used to seeing aim like this. But, look.
There's a certain shock value that we just can't avoid, because genuinely we are not used to this.
I'm sorry, this is really not me roasting you guys, it's just I'm not used to this. I haven't seen someone play with a controller in years.
Dude, okay. We're gonna flip this on its head. We tried playing with controller during the setup of this.
Oh no, it was terrible.
If there is enough requests, I will post the clip. Oh my, okay, so I used to play back in the day on console. It's been 2 years since I've touched a controller. I wouldn't say I was the best, but I had some skill. I could hit the flick shot every now and then. Controller is hard, man. I tried it out before this broadcast. Yeah. I can't say anything.
But you know what? Regardless of the strange aim, this is what we wanted to see from V-drop.
It is, yeah. They really have been coming into their stride.
Yeah. This is what we want to see. What I want to see now is this map go all the way.
Yeah.
I want to see it go all the way. But the question is, will it? I like that Astra's got the smoke here. Makes it a lot easier to deal with the default path.
This is gonna sound preposterous, but this genuinely might be the first time. No, okay, we saw it on Oregon 1 or 2 rounds. I remember, but
yeah,
Smoke just hasn't been present. He hasn't been here.
Yeah, he's been playing with the FMG9 and he's not been used in the traditional way that you use it with them.
This is gonna sound strange, but do you think it is because of the SMG11's usefulness on PC that he has brought so much?
Well, I'd say part of the reason is that the SMG11, if you learn its recoil properly,
It slaps.
it is viable as a primary weapon.
It's not just viable, it slaps.
Yeah, it slaps. You can use it as a primary weapon and it'll slap.
But
Look at much more than the Latam teams.
Oh, yes.
That thing is a laser when you give it to him.
So, Blackbeard here, does he have the SR25 again? No, he has the MK17. So, a bit
Again,
of
no,
normality brought.
V-drop.
Yeah, Freaky, just walking in. Oh, surely you find this. Surely he threads the needle, a pinpoint angle to try and find. Not yet.
But this is what we've been wanting to see from V-drop. We've been wanting to see them walking their way into the important locations and just slapping and pushing them out.
And
Now,
notably, they are all kind of on the site. Sure, there's one in the Vase hallway and one behind the bar inside of Aqua, but they're kind of all playing on site and they're all dying on site.
that was a very important kill.
Yes.
Now you're down to your two last man anchors and you're down to your Rooney. Normally you'd be oh no, not like this. Normally you'd expect the Rooney to be out there trying to get those entry picks. She hasn't done that. Yeah. Now she needs to try and retake area, or she's got two options. She needs to retake, or she needs to hold that position and die and not die until she's evened up the numbers.
The
reality
is on the Aruni at this point in time. She finds one, but it's not enough.
Plant's going down. Where's the smoke canister? Smoke is now dead.
Him in the grave. It is 5 feet under, and Freaky shuts down TZ. This is going all the way in my mind.
Yeah, I want us to go all the way, but V-drop are going to take this thing.
Yeah, I mean all the way as in third map.
Oh, all the way to the map.
Yeah.
I thought you meant overtime, yeah.
Yeah, but even then, this really could still go into overtime on this map. But Consulate next up. Ooh, it's going to be an interesting one.
I want to see the jump outs.
Oh, I really want to see the jump outs. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so it seems to me in a lot of these scenarios, we commented on this off air, just privately between the two of us, but it feels like what we are used to is during that mid-round phase, a lot of the time you say to your flex or your entry player, go kill. Just find us an opening. Find a little tiny thing that you can exploit and find your way onto the bomb side. Whereas here, because of the I'm just going to say unreliability.
You're going to anger the console players.
Because of your unreliability of your equipment, you can't necessarily just tell your player, yo, go get that kill. We saw the Aruni, she went for a run out, something that by all means she should have netted. Just could not get the kill onto the upside down repel of the black. It really feels to me that without that presence of the wild card, sometimes you just have to see a round play out. You just gotta have diamond hands. To me, that's more valuable than some aggressive plays.
Yeah, definitely. I just noticed that Astra actually went to the same site, and I like the fact that they're doing that. To me, it says that they know what mistake they made last round.
This
and it wasn't
shield placement.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. I've casted Astra once before, I believe during the Mirage Major. They, for the life of me, I can't remember who they played. The team on the attack, I think they prepped this very strategy. They took a Hibana from down below in Sunrise, and shot out the hatch from below. Hibana isn't on the board. If we go here again, I pray we see that. That is just it was during a console game, and to me, the first time I casted the console game, I was surprised as to that. That round still sticks with me as one of the best counter strats I've ever seen.
Yes. I'll say that's pretty impressive that they did that. But
one of the best. The best is one of your strats.
One of mine.
I'll mention it to you after.
Ooh, I want to know now.
Yeah, I'm just playing him up. Secretly, I'm just gonna let him down afterwards.
Oh no, you wouldn't. That's evil. But to be honest, I want to see what I want to see from Astra is I want to see how they fix that little mistakes that they think they made in the last round, like a win in the round. One mistake was that they lost that entry pick very early on. Hasn't been the case this time. 1 minute 30, all the players are still alive. They're stopping the Astra and pushing around the way she needs. I like the fact that the Aruni is roaming aggressively now. It's what I wanted to see.
She's slowly making her way down the hallway. Very
She knows.
They know she is prone on that very spot. The Ash from the side might be able to find a unique wall bang.
Okay. The clock's going down?
The plant's going down! What is this? Amidst a 5v5, the plant has been stuck. You would have never thunk it. It's a 4v4 in a post-plant scenario. The black kid from the window finds one. 35 seconds within the next 20 seconds. One of them needs to be on that diffuser. It is all falling apart.
The drone didn't work.
Well, the drone not finding its way on through.
That intel might cause an issue for them. But it is technically a 1v2 here with this plot, but he is going to get picked up here on this black kid swing card. How you doubt he would.
But realistically, 10 seconds, they need to get on that diffuser. One play on the Aqua Repel.
There we go.
On the double window Repel, the attackers are bringing it back. Astra will not let... Oh, I'm completely mistaken. I was going to say Astra will not let this slip by the wayside.
No,
Oh, it's V-drop.
V-drop
7-4.
Okay.
Okay. Calm down.
Astra. How do you let that happen? Smoke is sitting there. Smoke's alive.
Oh, no.
Smoke is alive. I'm gonna sound like Kickstar here. He's alive. You cannot let him just prone his way into the site and plant. You've got 3 smoke canisters. Don't be scared to use one. Like, come on. They robbed me of my overtime.
Oh, that would have been amazing. Maybe we still see overtime on Consulate. It'll be map 3 when we return. Thank you so much to 32GI for sponsoring the stream, as well as VDRXP. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. We'll return with Consulate Game 3. Sure to be a barn burner as VDRXP face off against Astra in the very last map of the grand finals of the Raving Mad Gamers tournament.
What have you done?
Okay, production, if you can hear me, don't stop. Not everyone's in the lobby, no.
I'm pretty sure they didn't know. Kanye,
No, dude.
we said you only gonna do this once.
I did it twice.
Oh no. Oh no. At least we don't have to wait the 5 minutes.
So literally the exact same that happened. I had my controller on my lap. I don't understand why you would put the start on trigger. Like, put it on
It's not
button. man.
trigger.
Yeah, it's literally on R2.
Why is it not the pause button?
Okay, we're on cams apparently.
Oh, we're on cams?
We're on cams. Okay, so while we were away, and hello, welcome back. I was complaining about how the start button for starting a lobby on PlayStation is on R2. Why? I put my controller on my lap and it just starts. Anyway, it's in the past now.
Kanye, it's not a Kanye diffuse stream when there isn't an accidental lobby start.
That is true. That is true. It happens even on PC. Let's be honest. Oh no. Well, okay. So bring it back. We're here. It's 1-1. It's equal. We're going to consulate.
I want to see this go to match point.
Yes,
Smoke, don't
that's-
rob me of my match point.
Are you expecting? Firstly, are you expecting the runouts? And secondly, are you expecting a Valk ban?
Well, okay, I'm expecting the Valk ban again.
Yeah.
They knew that Valk is dangerous on Coastline. This is a map where Valk is arguably just as dangerous. So you bet, honestly, get rid of it. Yeah. As well, who's starting defense? Is it?
I'm
Is
not
it-
too sure actually. I chat if you can let me know who is starting on attack on consulate. I actually don't know. I need to correct that, but for the meantime, yeah.
For me, the nice thing about Consulate, again, it's a more balanced map, but you were expecting 3-3 splits maybe. But at the same time, it's not end of the world. Sometimes you do see teams that are the map being a bit more defender-sided or attacker-sided. What I want to see is how that aggression and the weird coordination that V-Trop has been using, where they just seemingly snake their way into the site against all odds, can play out here. Because here,
Yeah, this is a map where it can definitely work out. I mean,
Yeah.
bottom floor.
Garage, that can cause hell, because that is probably
Circle desk.
Circle Desk as well. Those two are probably two of the most difficult retakes on Earth.
Yeah.
If you manage to get that plant wall successfully.
I think to the ROG Invitational Finals, where they lost that retake, or where they won the retake. But
Oh yes.
that was a nightmare. But we're getting the lobby ready. We should be ready to start shortly, and I'm gonna make sure to take my controller off of my lap so that we don't accidentally start again.
If you did it again, I would.
I wouldn't be
Oh.
surprised, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised.
Knowing you,
I have made bigger blunders.
I think the craziest blunder I've ever seen. I don't think it was you though. I think it was a different. It was a different. Oh, you were casting, but you weren't the
What
observer.
happens?
It was someone else, and I still remember. First, they started the game, and there were players from the wrong team on the wrong side.
No.
Then we rehosted, and then they had the wrong map on.
Oh no. Yeah.
Rehost.
It's fine when a rehost happens once. When you mess up something a second time,
Yeah.
that is just a
Then you
nightmare.
got to sit there for the 5 minutes. It's awkward. Everyone's agitated.
Oh no. During one of the first broadcasts I ever did on my own, I had my mic muted and a black screen. Like I didn't even have a game video feed. It was literally just a black square with no audio for the entire first map.
Oh no.
Truth be told, that very VOD is the one I sent to the head of Metal State as my application for the ROG Invitational, or for one of the earlier ROG tournaments. I don't know how I landed that. Well,
You know what? Talent. When you got talent, the
Oh.
blunders kind of disappear. You know.
no. Yeah, no. I've made a lot of blunders in.
I just realized there's a man
What?
named Fluffus Draconis here. That is
Draconis.
Draconis. That is the
What?
best name I have ever read.
Oh, I remember team for the life of me. There we go. Okay, hopefully we have audio.
Coming back. Just 1 minute, 1 second. Slight issue there.
I don't know if we're live. I'm gonna take this as if we're live. We're still waiting on a player, so we're still gonna continue.
Okay,
to
so we continue to waffle, but we still don't have a stream.
Yeah. Come on, please tell me my cam didn't focus on the top of 32 GI.
I mean, you can still see it. I just watched. You can see it.
Yeah, I saw. What was I talking about? Oh, my favorite waffling session. I waffled for about 50 minutes with King Luda back in the day. Okay, our audio is back. Okay, confirmation. Our audio is back. Hello, chat. We lost audio. I hope you loved my little segment of holding up a top of 32 GI.
Minor technical issue.
Yeah, sorry for that. Man, where are we going?
I love Jay Versal in chat saying Kanye paying the Bulls promo with nice work.
Thank you, dude. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna do that promo again because we genuinely have nothing to talk about. I'm holding up a tub here of 32 GI. I was sponsored one tub at the start, and I was hesitant because This is gonna sound. This is genuinely how I recommend this to friends. I am someone that suffers from really low energy. Like I have like the the nightmare midday where my energy just collapses. I take a midday nap almost every single day. This product has genuinely saved me. This is one of those sponsored segments that I love to do. They sent me a free tub of 32 GI. This one I bought on my own accord. 32 GI, genuinely one of the best products I've used in a long time. It is worth the buy. There have been some deals recently on one-day deals. I don't know if it's like 300 Rand a tub. Dude, it is worth your money.
I have never been sent a tub of 32 GI in my life.
It is banger. It is banger. And as well, thank you to VDRXP for helping out with the stream. I don't know in what way. I don't know if it's an incentive way.
We still do not have the stream in Discord though, which is slightly...
that is slightly worrying, but
problematic.
Our audio is there, and we're in any way waiting on one player in the lobby. So...
we're still waiting for a player. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never been sent a tub of 32 GI.
You're one of the few. Dude, it is banging. Get yourself one.
Am I really just that unwanted?
Oh, so many jokes I could make. Oh, so many jokes I could make. A lot of them introspective. Okay, so I'm just waffling. I'm going to be honest. I'm waffling at this point in time. I'm the first to acknowledge that. I posted on Twitter the other day.
Back.
Oh, stream's back. Okay. Oh, we still need one player, so might as well waffle.
Oh my.
It was that Twitter trend of like post. your what's been on replay on your music library, I posted a clip of my music library, and the first comment that someone had is, Kanye, who hurt you? Dude, my music rotation has just been Joji, Weekend, Juice WRLD.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. Who hurt you?
I am a modern day e-boy, if you haven't realized that.
You know who's an e-boy?
Who?
Astra. You know my little simp project?
No.
Um,
I don't know the reference here.
so do you remember Astra back from my early coaching days?
Oh, yes.
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 He.
Like
is-
Astro. Oh, you just said
Astro,
that.
yes.
I
yes,
love
yes.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got everyone in the lobby. We don't
Oh,
have to
yes!
waffle
We don't have to
anymore.
waffle
We've
anymore.
got
Okay.
everyone in the
I don't have to
lobby.
expose his e-boy and ego relationship things. Okay, cool.
Oh, I know what's going on there behind the
Yes,
scenes.
but this not exposes online if I
Okay,
don't
but
have to.
we just need to get Trade Play back. Just shortly. That's the last
Oh,
step.
is it still not on?
It's apparently still not on. Okay, sorry for that.
Every
go.
time you get me excited.
I'm sorry. We've debated chat so many times. We are ready. The game is. He's left. He left. He left.
Oh no!
One of the players left.
No!
Pain. You know. This is when I queue up my music. This is these ones.
Wait, did Fluffus Draconis play any of the previous maps? No.
No, I don't believe so. I do think players subbing like between maps is allowed.
Yeah, it is allowed. We do it all the time. I'm just curious as
Oh
to.
yeah, I remember those days. One player playing on 3G connections. Dude, if you think you have seen technical errors and like resourcefulness from PlayStation players, you should have seen the Titans team running on fumes.
Okay, so context. We were in the middle of this was
The biggest tournament to date.
Yeah,
For
it was the biggest
SAR
tournament
6.
for SAR6 PC. It was my first time as well with a team where I was the coach. It was a really important match because
It was the finals.
no, it wasn't the finals. It was the quarter
Semis.
semi-final. Semi-finals, and then my star player, his internet turns off. After the first round turns off.
He played
We
on
rehost?
3G.
We had to get him back on the 3G connection, and he still slammed them.
He really slammed that game. I do remember that.
Oh,
I
that game,
remember.
that was a good game though as well because they counter-stratted the hell out of us.
Well.
That was the most counter-stratted I've ever felt, like watching our gameplay.
That
Like,
was- who was that versus?
they banned our
That
clash.
was Reg. Was that Reg's side?
No, it was the old OG roster before we went there.
Oh,
With,
that's
Wicked
long
and-
ago. Yeah, I remember.
Wicked and Vlad. They counter-stratted us so hard that I was like, "Screw it, boys! We're playing completely different strats now." Like at one point,
I mean, it was Theme Park if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
your
Theme
Theme
Park,
Park
yeah.
strat
they
book was so deep.
they banned my clash,
Dude,
and that
okay.
broke my strat.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn this into like a discussion segment because we're still waiting on a player. I know, just as sad as you. Let's just talk in like very loose frameworks, just so we can try and relate this to stream, so that like just a genuine discussion on Theme Park, because it's not even in the map pool anymore, sadly. But
Yeah.
that clash strategy you guys used, where even when you were playing down below, one of the most defensive sided. He's back. Okay, we don't have to waffle. We're gonna get straight into this.
But can I just put out right before the match starts?
Yep.
That strat never lost once. I love that strat.
I broke that strat down as my first analyst segment for the 80K Summer Cup. That was amazing. Let's go.
'Kay.
We're here.
So-
It feels like it's been ages because it probably has been.
So,
But let's go.
what's going to be banned? I'm telling you right now. I'm going to see that Jackal getting banned. I think that
Nomad.
Jackal's getting banned.
Nomad
Jackal?
and one
Nomad.
regional operator.
Actually, Thatcher's going to get banned by the orange team, I think. I do think Jackal might get banned. And then definitely Valkyrie's getting banned, and then I have a feeling we're going to see that Ella ban again because that's just been a consistent thing.
Potentially, do you think Monty has a chance of potentially being banned?
This isn't his strongest map, let's be honest.
To be fair, yes. Maybe some counter stratting. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out, but okay.
Jackal, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Okay, Valkyrie, and what else are we expecting? A mirror, a
Valkyrie
guide?
and Ella.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, Erla is just confirmed ban. I did see a few people saying in chat that yes, the FO12 is currently being abused on console. It is.
Yeah.
Yep, there we
There's
go.
the Ella, and then it's going to be Valkyrie or Mirror, but most likely Valkyrie.
So then, Consulate. Feels like the run-up and the build-up has been ages, but we haven't talked too much about necessarily how we think this game is going to play out. We said loosely, oh yeah, run-outs, oh yeah, nomad, whatever, but specifically, how do you think this map is going to play out? Because we've seen these teams, they are very quick at taking map control, but maybe during the second phase of the round, they kind of start to falter. They don't have as good of a hold on the area they gained. This being such a big map, a map where you can rotate so very easily with these hatches. How do you think this roam play is going to play out?
Okay, so just trying to say, they're going cafeteria first. And who's defending? It's
V-Drop.
V-Drop is defending. Sorry, I was looking at the stream chat for a second there. So from Astra, what I'm expecting is expecting the more traditional play where they're going to open up the wall. While the wall's going open, they're going to be doing their roam clear from the top, start doing the vertical play.
Yep.
V-Drop, on the other hand, this side specifically, what I'm actually expecting them to do, I don't know how often garage only takes happen on console, or if it's even a thing. But my brain is telling me they should do that.
Yeah.
With that aggression that they were able to show, and their ability to just force their way into a site, and also obviously Astra having showed that they weren't watching those plant spots properly. I think when V-Drop gets to the attacking side, that's what they need to do.
Yeah, and especially with the kite being on the board here, there's gonna have to be some level of investment and entry onto either the piano area or onto the yellow stairs area to clear those out. But I really love these kite spots, by the way. This specific one I think was kind of popularized during the Mexico Major. Can't remember which
this one was getting used a lot in Mexico. The Decade placed the one in the roof. He placed it at the right spot.
Yeah, the other one was in the roof. I do believe both are electrified. I would hope so.
Okay,
yeah,
looked like
both
it
are
was slightly
electrified.
off for me, but my brain... It might be an observer thing, I didn't see it right there. But... I don't really agree with those kite slots. I feel like there's better kite slots that you can use. But I understand why they're trying to use them. But
Visa
why
take?
they've been coming up.
Question mark? Visa take?
Maybe.
Is this Empire? Anyone that remembers the days of Empire, without a single exception, every single attack, no matter the bomb site they did on Consulate, Visa take. But it seems like at least a bit of pressure as well from this circle desk area. That's usually where you find your point of ingress to make your way towards piano, take care of that Kite Electroclaw. But the Mozzie might be the thorn in their side here. He's playing this whole area, making his way by Visa office, and he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because on the one side he's going to start feeling the pressure from the players entering into piano, and the players up above, Sledge, making his way down Visa's stairs.
This Mozzie, if they didn't drone him out, is going to cause chaos.
Yes. Did he make his...
No,
he's still there. He's still there.
Those on his foot, yeah, they don't know he's there. He's going to cause absolute chaos if... yeah, there we go. It is, as I said, now you've lost your Sledge. That's your vertical play gone. Well, not entirely, but that's a lot of your vertical potential gone. 2 nades gone. That's a big kill for them. Big opening kill.
Oh, finding the Rook an important one at that joins the fray of the Sledge losing his life early on.
But again, let's be honest. You've lost a Sledge, other teams lost a Rook.
Yeah. It's the
You're gonna
exact
feel...
same. We discussed this exact trade on Coastline.
You're gonna feel the Sledge a lot more.
Yeah.
As well, it's Sloppy who's gone. Sloppy's been quite important to Astra so far.
Most definitely, and strangely enough, we're not seeing the garage only take. We're seeing hatch dominance. Vertical play thus far this game hasn't been such an
Again,
integral
the
part.
Mozzie.
The Mozzie, what is he doing?
The same area even. They still haven't gotten rid of it.
Oh my! He's got the triple. He's looking for the quad. He's looking for the ace. Mozzie cannot be stopped. He's gonna swing his way to front desk. He has the yellow pings. He's on for the ace. He does find it. The first ace of my PlayStation casting career. Oh, that makes me happy. That is how you start a game.
What did I say about the Mozzie causing chaos this side?
Oh my.
That is drone work. Astra, where is your droning? Where's the refrag? You knew he was there. He killed the sledge earlier on, and you just forgot he was there.
Oh, it's poetic. It is beautiful. Oh, ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like the RX. That is an operator that is greatly underappreciated.
Yeah.
And I know you're not going to agree with me.
No. I can... Look, I've tried making RX strats in the past. My only issue is that when RX did actually release, in his initial state, he wasn't that good for Pro League. Later on, we started learning how to use him a bit better, but by the time we started learning to use him a bit better, I'd moved to OG, and OG wasn't as flexible as a team as what Titan was, so we didn't really use him.
Yeah. South African meta especially just has not been used.
Yeah.
There's one strat on Oregon where it's viable, but yeah.
Yeah, but look, I think it's a problem with South Africa is that your teams aren't extremely flexible.
Yeah.
You don't have a Hungry or a Pengu running around, you know?
You don't have a Kanto Raketti that's gonna use him. I'm gonna bring this up. Kanto Raketti, where he plays this hatch semi-way and comes up for the flank. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh no. Well, let's see if Mr. All Kills for myself can keep this going. He's prowling again. He's on the hunt.
Look, this is arguably one of Mozzie's stronger maps again.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this map, Villa, and Clubhouse are Mozzie's 3 strongest maps.
Tight corners, tight hallways.
Yeah. Tight corners, tight hallways, not lots of routes for your drones to take. Hunting roamers can be a nightmare sometimes. It's a strong map for him.
Yeah. So, the big thing that I expected coming into this game is going to be the repel play. The repel Andes, as you might call them.
Yeah.
Sitting on the repel, spotting out the players, but no! Act freaky with the MP5! Oh my, I was not ready for that.
That is not what Astra wanted.
I was seeing someone who, in the prone position who I thought was on a drone. I thought that was as free as can be. No.
That...
Should.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Freaky. Back up. You need to calm down now. You are going to... No way. No way.
Surely not. Surely no the straight transfer. Oh, but it doesn't hit anything. Okay. Okay. It's calmed down. It is slow.
It's done. It's done. The moment of chaos is subsided.
Okay. Well, we still have potential moments of chaos coming because the Yake is sitting very close, tucked into the corner, next to the player on the upside down repel. The RX seemingly wanting to make a move, jostling and bustling on these stairs. Oh, he swings and he finds one. The Ash taken off the board, swings onto the upside down repel. Oh, but it's the Nomad to net the kill. Seemingly unaware at this point in time of the Jaeger on her hard left. She swings on through at an inopportune time.
There goes Kalen.
So
it's just down to Mr. Fluffus Draconis, and
but he knows. Yeah. He knows. Oh, drops down from the angle and he gets caught in an air trap. Oh, he comes on in and that's the sight. Blown wide open for the attack as though with the Alda he finds the refrag. Gonna have to find 3 kills on the board in this round if he wants to bring it back. He's got somewhat time to work.
That wallbang hit.
Yeah, it very nearly looked like it was going to. At some point he needs to reload this Alda. He has been very willy-nilly with these ammo. With this ammo in his LMG. Swings with the bailiff, strangely enough, and he finds it! Oh, what is this? 20 seconds left to make something pretty incredible happen. He's got 1 impact left. Now it isn't low enough to use that, but with 14 seconds, within the next 7 seconds, he needs to be on that defuser. The upside down repel is nigh unkillable. He's gonna bait it out, but eventually it's the ARX to finalize it.
Well played to Blackout there, just playing it incredibly passively and waiting till he had to stick it. Because even if he got the kill there, the timer was on 8 seconds, so he wouldn't have had time to turn around and get back on the diffuser.
Yeah.
So, well played there. Even it out. But this is what I've been wanting to see. Rounds which, at any moment in time, it looks like it can swing the other way.
And that really is the beauty of what we're seeing here. And sorry to call it that, but the beauty of PlayStation Siege, to a certain degree, is sometimes things like those happen. On PC, it happens because you have one crack player that just goes mental. Times like these, and that's the one thing I truly can appreciate, it is the good positioning that wins you these rounds.
Yeah. 100%. As well, it's not very often you see someone swing with a bailiff and beat the IQ.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Completely unexpected. That thing hits like... I don't know, what doesn't hit hard?
What doesn't hit hard? A softball. You understand the reference I'm trying to make from earlier?
Yes.
I'm not gonna try and apply it, that's it's hard. But to be honest, it's not like Astra played it well there. He dropped, did it right. Astra just played it better there. Unfortunately, Jaeger wasn't able to get the kills that he needed, and he died. And that's what's the round.
He has the wrong window in mind. Look at that from the top right, I believe.
He doesn't know where.
Yeah, oh no, who's it spawn peeking? It's the Rook.
It's the Rook, yeah.
He's completely unaware that this window has been opened. Should he stick that because they don't know you're there? Keep it going. Oh, but he only finds 50 HP onto the 0, now aware of the player on admin office repel. Coming in with the drone, they've realized where he is playing from. Now, it's a question of how long does he stick this position?
To be honest, I don't think they know he's there, so he must just sit there as long as he can, because he's got such potential to cause havoc if he just keeps himself there.
My question, though, is how big of a factor... Yeah, okay, the full attack is coming from admin office. I was going to ask how big of a factor is playing inside of admin, but it means the world, apparently, for them.
And there's the kill.
Yeah.
That's your entry fragger of Bear on. Bear's been so consistent throughout these games. 0 for 3 now. He's getting picked off constantly. And I'm putting it down to drone work. We've seen it a couple times now. Drone work hasn't been the best on the side of Astra in these last rounds.
It's a strange thing to see, especially with an operator like the 0 that's so...
Yes.
So orientated towards those Argus cams, using those like you would a Valkyrie cam. But it seems for some reason the coordination just isn't there to the same extent that it was on, say, Oregon, where we saw great teamwork coming out from these guys. But now they've taken control of admin office. They can start pressuring on towards Printer and towards long hallway. Though, who's there? It's your arch nemesis, and the Mozzie still 5 for 1 in this game.
I'm a little bit concerned for Astra right now. Yes, they managed to get freaky, but your entry fragger is dead. And you're sitting in a position where you've got 50 seconds left and your wall's still on open.
Hierbano is going to start doing that.
Okay, but... Oh, there's no mute jammer. Okay, wall's
the Mozzie is playing this beautifully. He's choosing not to shoot those pellets. He could completely take them off the wall, but he is assuring that he remains the wild card.
Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, all he should do is just crouch there and wait. They don't know he's there.
Though, seemingly they don't even need
the user has been dropped and they still aren't realizing he's there. He's down to the 1v4 now, and he's getting swung.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't think, unless they get overly kill hungry here, but reality is IQ is not going to survive this ordeal.
Yeah, this is the done deal, and you, at this point in time, you start looking at the next round, you think to yourself...
Oh, no, melee.
Okay, I know a lot of the times, because your leaning key is binded towards the same thing as knife, that it happens where you accidentally knife, but is the knife peek still a thing?
That was the thing?
That was the thing. Were you not aware? Where you could lean while knifing? It was abused during the ROG Invitational.
Oh, you mean that thing? Oh, I thought you meant something on console where they could, like...
No.
Knife and they would let you lean when they're not ADS'd.
Yeah, no, so on console, on PCC, you could literally lean while knifing and just swing at an angle Well,
Yeah,
knife
that-
digits.
That I knew about. I thought you meant like on here, like I don't know why. I thought you were like describing like if they knife when they try to lean, they can like stay lean when they're not ADS'd.
Oh, that would have been sick. That's the one thing I really wish they could somehow implement. It's like a different lean button, but yeah, you're limited in your hardware, and
Yeah.
limited.
Well, some people are not limited who we shall not talk about their sins.
Oh, you really went there.
I really went there.
Oh well. It's the low-hanging fruit.
All my teams have had Xbox ratings, so I'll go there.
Ooh, are you outing? Are you saying
I'm not,
they are?
no, none of my players have
Oh,
Sims. None of them have Sims.
definitely.
You really want to try and convince me that my players have Sims?
I'm not saying it directly.
I wouldn't know it. I really wouldn't know though. I only met them in PC.
Well, why were they so good at mouse and keyboard?
Board was not that good. Vertical, he was not that good in the beginning. It took him time. If you look at his like accounts, started off in like gold, silver, and then eventually you got it up to diamond.
Did no one spawn?
No one spawned there. No one spawned there.
Okay, anyway. Thermite is gonna start using his little bit of utility on the main breach, but he's just sitting and waiting, actually droning out for his team who are making
You know what I see?
really quick work
Astra,
of piano.
Who else is droning? Thermite's droning, obviously. And Stage droning there. Okay.
Yeah.
So Astra needs to increase their drone numbers because clearly something's going wrong with the droning. Like in that first round where they let Kalen just ace there.
So he's poison ready, top of spiral. He's been droned out, so he's gonna have to fall back. But Act Freak, he loses his life. That's a player that, in certain scenarios, he doesn't have the best of KDs, but he's been getting some important kills. So losing him out early is going to be important.
It's odd to me that the Rook is the one taking the opening engagements.
It's a me jump. Question mark? I mean, the Rook, you just play for 2.0 scope, so you just go and spawn peek with that. But
Hey.
there we go. The mute is getting right out of the wall, so they're going to be able to open that one up. But did he just try and Electro Claw trick that? Not quick enough, but
Yeah, I think he was a little bit slower.
a good effort. But yeah. So the breach has been opened. You recenter yourself. What do? This is now your point to pivot around. This is where you make your attack happen from. Only 4 people on the side. One of them is the Jaeger, hard left. One of them is the kite behind the pillar, behind the white van. Now they've got a good crossfire setup, and that's why you open the left panel as well.
I think V-Drop's going to realize that this is a hard site to defend when you don't have a smoke.
Ooh. Yeah, I think they're gonna get smoked.
Okay, that was... Oh no.
Sorry. Okay, well, they are just absolutely getting smoked at this point in time. They are losing their men, they are losing their lives. Kalen, though, keeps it going. Clippies as well, the one can kill for himself. The plot is getting confirmed now. That is what you do amidst chaos. That is how you bring it back and say, okay, the power is in our hands.
But now they're faced with the hardest retake in Siege, let's be honest. This fight is the most difficult retake mode.
What do? You're Kalen. You're 6-2. You've done really well for your team. You've shown that you can clutch situation.
In this situation,
It's a done deal.
yeah, his seed maybe, but reality is likelihood is near 0.
There you go.
That is such a
It's
difficult
just a
retake.
formality at that point.
Yeah, for me, like, this is why I'm not understanding why the smoke is being played more. This is a site where smoke is essential to denying that plant. You can, and it's not like you have to swing to deny that plant with smoke. You can sit there in the security room, and smoke it from there, from behind a wall.
It is a strange choice, but
Same with Maestro. That's a ridiculously strong site for Maestro.
yeah,
Where's
as well.
Maestro?
Wait, you can just place.
You're taking the Rook. I understand you want the 1.5, but let's be honest. Rather take the smoke with the Maestro then. You're gonna get more denial and more opportunity out of it.
You know, we're looking at this from the perspective of people who want the utmost excellence in terms of strategical play. Sometimes you just want a gun that go bigger.
Sometimes you just want to go pew pew pew.
Sometimes you just want to be that star player, and we've seen a few of them. For the side of Astra, though, their star player who has been historically the star player, not necessarily what you would expect, Bear is kind of slouching.
Yeah. Well, look, on attack, he has been playing. Whatchamacallit? He has been playing the support. Sorry, my English stopped for a second. And so far, what he's got an assist and he's got a plant, and he's been doing a lot of drone. So don't count him out yet. It's more on the defense where we've been seeing him like pop up and shine.
Yeah, that is fair. That is to be expected from someone who picks up those roles, the underappreciated roles, if you could put it that way.
Yeah.
I believe the double spawn peak coming out from the top of the windows and from antechamber. It doesn't work out, but they've got a dark. He can stim them up. He can boost them up. There we go. Sloppy in a DBNO state and act freaky from the top to net it. Oh, this double play, it's lethal. This is why they want. This is why they wanted the rook in the previous round. It just
Jump. Kanan gets the second.
What is happening, man? I
want Doc to jump out that window because he's gonna find someone on the right.
Can you jump out that window? I don't think so.
I can't remember now.
I actually don't think you can.
My game knowledge is broken.
Yeah, I don't think you can, Mr. Big Brain that knows everything about Siege, but
I really don't.
Yeah, act freaky, man. It seems he knows everything about how the attack is gonna play in
that was
maneuvers.
so close.
It's well done, but it's just too little too late. You're in a 2v4, man. What can you do? Hibana, around 10 HP.
Kanan
in a dream.
just popping off. So I want to point out, okay, he got 2 kills, plus he got he got 1 kill plus he downed someone. Or was it 2 kills for him?
No, the doc stole it from up top.
Yeah, so he downed someone and he got a kill. Again, Kanan out here coming big. That's what we want to see. That's what, if you're on V-Drop, you want to be seeing right now. You want to see your player going out there and absolutely thrashing them. And as Astra, you need to figure out how are you going to shut him down.
Yeah. I mean...
Because he's literally walking up to windows, downing one of your players, and then killing another one.
You know, I had a personal friend who actually who did he played for the PlayStation Phoenix roster. I'm not going to mention his name just out of respect, but I had an IRL friend who back in the day, our favorite thing to do on console was peek those windows, do exactly what they did, from the top and from the bottom, a left and a right, throw them for a fun time. But it's something that I mentioned that we used to enjoy that because we used to be golds during Operation Hell, and our teammates on EU, they didn't have brains. I'm expecting from these teams to be able to shut that down, check the windows, make sure they're not there, or just don't spawn there.
Yeah, look, I understand. Yes, it is a bit harder to counter a spawn to just reverse a spawn peak on console because you don't have that ability to make that micro adjustment.
Yeah.
But then change where you're spawning.
Yeah.
Yes, it might be a disadvantage because you have to run a slightly longer distance than what you originally wanted. But you know they're spawn peeking. That's a common spawn peek. Rather, don't try and challenge them.
You say that until they pull the Dr. Drop shot spawn peek on this.
That's...
It is lethal.
Yeah.
If you don't know, the common spawn peek on PC, popularized by Le Drop Shot himself, is to just run out of yellow door and spawn peek out of there. So
So first he prones by the door and waits for the certain spawn, and he waits for you to run through it. Then he runs out and peeks into another thing, turns back, checks another spot while he's running back, pre-fires all 3 of the spots, and normally he'll find at least 1 or 2 kills of it. Oh,
they don't know the Jaeger's there. They do not know he's there. There is a meat jammer and a Mozzie Pest. They are getting no intel
I do think they know it's there.
Okay, fair. They've heard the gun burr on past. Now. I just love mentioning it. But they know he's there now, but that point isn't going to be as important. They've made their way on through. They are in piano now. They're using these verticals as well. They're on the windows. Fluffus Drake, Draconis. I'm still getting used to that one.
There's down again. You're down in a 4v3 now if you're Astra, and this is not looking good. To be honest, on the attacking half, you don't want them to win 4-2.
Yeah.
And it's looking... Not to count them out yet, they might turn this around. But it's not looking positive for this round.
The ace, though, strangely enough, I believe used one of his Selmas onto the B-site wall into Cubby. Potentially just opening a line of sight.
But well, as I said that they did even up the numbers as well.
Yeah.
But there's a problem. Kalen is still alive.
Oh no. Kalen, what are you gonna do, baby?
He's still alive. He's playing the long angles with the 1.5. And they have to funnel into that door. 30 seconds left.
This feels like a horror movie where you know exactly what's gonna happen. You're just waiting until it does. He's got his sights set on the doorway. He is just waiting.
It's starting to look good for Astra Infinite again. Oh, that gets cancelled out. So now, look, you've got a guy in the bathroom, you've got a guy on that door. How are they going to push this?
They need to funnel on through. And there we go. Cue the dramatic music as Kalen just swings and he just gets kills. It's as easy as that, and it's as easy as 9-3. He is carrying his team across the line.
Someone buy this man a PC.
Oh, no.
It's time to promote him to the pro leagues, you know?
You love to see it. You love to see it. You know, really, if there's anyone that is set up to praise console players, it is you. Me? As someone who sees how valuable the console mindset is when transitioning over to PC.
Yeah, how valuable this mindset is of
context. The entire Titan Odyssey team basically were Xbox Randy's the coach, the team he's coached.
Yeah, I started off with Xbox Randys, then I got 2 PC players in to replace 2 of the Xbox Randys. But then the rest were still Xbox Randys. But yeah, no, I've got to say that there's some good stuff I'm seeing here. I like it.
It really is, and I said this earlier. I like to bring it back to that. It is great positioning. It is something kind of sometimes overlooked by some PC players, is your positioning. You need to put yourself in a good position to win gunfights, where maybe some PC players would just rely on the flick go easy. They just rely on their raw skill, whereas some of these players, they have that mindset. They have the grind set, if I want to put it like that.
The grind set.
Have you not seen the grind set memes?
I have not, I should. I am out of touch with memes these days.
Oh, you're becoming a boomer.
Oh, you know how old I felt the other day as well? Like someone made a reference to the fact that when I was getting my vaccine, someone made a reference to the fact that when I gave my ID number and it was 01, and then she's like, yeah! And I started feeling so much like a boomer.
Yeah, see, I'm not even eligible for the vaccine yet. I'm a young gun, sadly.
Okay, so this
talk about the round. Talk about them opening the wall, not the vaccine.
This looks more like what I wanted to see from V-Drop, where it looks like they're doing more of this garage tech. Oh no! Oh, I thought you were saying that nade.
Both artillers and all 3 bandit barrels. 1 nade.
Yeah.
The wall's open. The C4 miss. It's all gone around.
It's the garage take that I was talking about. They're not doing heavy roam clear. They're pushing the garage. Here comes the drone work now. Do they drone it correctly? Because this is one of the hardest parts about a garage take, is that you've got all this opposition in front of you. You need to know exactly where they are, so that when you push the right person at the right time. Because all it takes is one slip up and the garage take is over. Right now, the most crucial position is that person sitting behind the deployable shield.
Yeah, 1 single second is all it takes to make that call happen, to save your team. Come on, boys, push the objective. But look at this, the 3-way angle, the iron wall, the iron curtain. They're not getting past this. These crossfires are set up, and they're set up well. as well. You've got a player still up top, posing as a menace, the Jaeger. Somehow still snaking his way up here, joined by the Malusi. They're going on a wide roam and they're trying to find something, but all three of these attacking players, they're just waiting outside. They're just loitering around here.
That means Thermite got sniped.
They got to pick that up.
Thermite got sniped. I'm sorry. Oh, let's see, this is what I'm talking about. Maverick just crouched his way to the side. And he's dead. Okay.
Yeah, there.
If that worked all out, I would have called it a Sandal special, but unfortunately it didn't work out.
Oh no. Well, okay, there we go. It's a flawless round. You love to see it.
Look,
they're bringing it back.
Yeah, well played by Astra there. That is the one flaw of the garage only take. It is very reliant on you being able to get that one crucial pick to kill the crossfire.
Yes.
Because if you can't get rid of that crossfire, it's impossible to funnel your way in there. So it's very reliant on someone getting a really difficult to get pick and then flooding the site.
Yes. There comes a moment where you just need to say, okay, boys, just rush.
Yeah. And unfortunately for V-Drop, they weren't able to get that crucial pick, which meant they were never able to get to the point where they could just flood the site.
Yeah. So, switching things up. Well, not switching up. They won the previous round. They're going to console and office. Console office, meeting room if you want to be specific. But I digress. They're going to the top floor bomb site, and do you think this bunkered down playstyle is going to work for them as well here up top?
Look, this is a site where you really don't... A lot of teams like to go down below. I've done it in some of my strats. But also there are ways to set up strats here that you really don't need to be down below. The reason you would really go down below is if you're trying to cancel out something the other team's doing. If you know there's someone that's going to enter below, you might want to be there to take the aggression or for a spawn peek or for like a run out. But reality is, top floor, you don't need to be down there.
Yeah, one of the most important avenues on this is meeting office. It's an area that you hold quite a lot as your main proxy hold to just delay time in the entry, delay time in the map take. Strangely enough, no investment in the meeting office. They're not playing into the business strengths. They're saying, okay, let's go, boys. Rook 2.0 scope, let's 1v. And,
well, there's how to see a spawn peek here.
I just want to highlight one operator.
Yeah, the Mario.
Yes.
Listen, don't mention this. My teams do not have good experience with Marios.
I'm probably gonna get scolded for this. In its niched usage, it is useful.
Yeah, I will admit it's not like it's useless. It is good. It's just my teams do not have good experience with it.
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, this Amaru, although he isn't going...
I think it was... this is the gun choose. This was chosen for the gun.
Yeah, this is just G8 with the 2.0 scope.
Yeah.
This Amaru is cutting off the entire front desk as well as rotation spot into connector.
Yeah. The Sparrows made that she's made that it's Freaky. Freaky is making that Rook cannot play the ideal angle.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to... Oh. You see what I mean? Rook is not able to hold the angle that he was brought into the strat. He's brought into the strat to hold his angle. He can't hold it. You want to challenge G8 that's got a really 2.0 side from it?
It does. Oh, it has access to a 2.5. He's running the 2.0.
Yeah.
Fluffus with the 2 kills on the round. My oh my, it's falling apart. What can you do as a defensive team in this lineup? They're making the site kill boxes at this point in time. Sloppy is on site, and he is going to try and...
Charles going down. No.
Wrong button, mate! Oh. You can't throw a goo mine to open up a wall, though it does find its mark in the meantime.
The plant's going down again. Do they know?
Yeah, I don't think they do. Kali
no C4s there. Plant's down. Now it's a retake. Now you got a problem, like you were saying earlier. There's all these kill boxes, all these long angles. Mario's still sitting there with a G8. She doesn't have to reload.
Sitting pretty on the upside down rappel. 80 ammo to her name, swinging on through onto the Legion. He loses his dear life. 25 seconds on the ticker. What can you do? You need to get onto this diffuser within the next few seconds. They
And-
make the rush happen, and it is the diamond hands of the Ammo on the upside down rebel to finish it.
Do you say diamond hands because of the charm, or?
I mean, also just because of the investment joke I made earlier in meeting
yes,
office.
Yes. I thought you meant more like because you bought an account with that charm on it from.
Oh, shots fired! Hey, oh, he's coming in here with attitude.
But you see, I can't have that much attitude because I've never had diamond either. So.
My highest rank I ever was on PlayStation was gold. From Red Crow till Wind Bastion, the highest I ever got was gold 1.
Highest I've ever earned myself on PlayStation, I think, was like gold 1 as well. But that was like years ago. I haven't played PlayStation in like 3 years. And then PC, the highest that I ever got myself was plat 1. That was like one
No.
game.
Where was the highest you got carried to by a team?
Wow. No.
I know how it goes.
No, plat 1 was to Jason and them with like an ulti Titan flow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was, I had one game, then I got kicked back to plat 2, and then drop shot did use one of my accounts to get into plat 2 again.
Well, basically just we're saying we are qualified to criticize. I wanted to see what you think about this shield placement. Not something you see too often, but potentially useful in flying that upside down repel.
I've tried to use it before. The problem is, it's so easy to get rid of.
Yeah. So realistically, you could kill that from the upside down repel in connector, or
you can kill it from the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried to use it before. Every now and then it does come in its own, but realistically, most of the time it is really easy.
Yeah, and the Ammo is in play once again. They're expecting the site to be up top once again. Notably, the attackers in V-drop. They're 2 rounds off of taking this outright. They are on the precipice, on the cusp of forcing match point. A lot to play for here in the grand finals of the Raving Mad Gamers 32 GI tournament. Things are ramping up and the pressure is being felt on the upside down repel. Now she has realized the adaptation that Astra has made. She realizes now that she can't be as secure in her positioning as she was previously. Absolutely shut down by Blackout.
What a shot! Okay, that was a tight angle.
That was
I think as well that what the I don't want to use my colloquial name for the alibi prisoner thing. I think
What's
that
your
as well like
colloquial
blocked. I cannot say it on stream.
Okay, fair enough. Well, TT finds Cali. Oh, these attacks are falling apart. This is going to overtime. I can guarantee you that now.
Yeah, I want this to go to overtime. This has been entertaining.
I mean, what do you do now? You're not even on the map. You're not in the building.
If I'm V-drop, right now I just waste the last minute to figure out what I'm gonna do for the. I tell, if I'm right now, if I'm the leader of V-drop, I say, waste a minute. Let's talk what we're gonna do next round, and decide that, because reality is, no matter how hard you try, the likelihood of winning this round is very slim.
Yeah, it's a hard ask. It's one of those situations where, on PC, I would say never count someone out because they could have the most insane flicks.
But look, even
I'm
in
sorry,
PC,
yeah,
if you watch any of my ow, that's unfortunate timing. Even if you watch my teams on PC, you'll see when it gets to situations like this, they don't. A lot of the time, they won't try to go for it. They'll walk outside the building, wait, and they'll talk.
And that's exponentially more valuable than trying to run that round.
Rather fix the mistake we made, plan the next round out ready, so that everyone's on the same page in the next round, get the next round, and move on.
So then, you have won this bottom floor site previously. You have completely faltered on your top floor hole twice in a row. If we go by that trend, they're gonna win this round and lose the next 2.
V-drop.
That means V-drop wins.
Yeah. Okay, but you see.
Oh, I'm so wrong in what I just said.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused. What VTOP needs to do is they need to look at how they're going to do this again. They did well to get the wall open last time, but I think what they need to do is they need to try and introduce just a small amount of vertical play to force the players out of this position so that they can actually push their way into the sides. Because clearly they weren't able to get the picks last time.
Yeah.
And
So,
Astra Infinite's players are not going to change where they were playing.
So
They're going to play the same spots.
you need to make them uncomfortable, force them
Yeah.
out of their positions. Do you think a Montaigne would have been the play there?
I think a Sledge and a Buff would have been the play.
Oof. Casting it over to the vertical play.
Yeah.
It's still there potentially. You don't have as much maybe breach charges or anything. And finally, they are doing their due diligence. They are making sure that no one is gonna come out. Is that a Kide? Spawn peeking with an AUG A3 with an Artilla in pocket.
Oh, is it still? Oh, yeah, still the. Oh no. If he'd used both, I would have said by all means he's just a gun now.
Yes, but it is the wall. Okay, so there's a bandit tricker, but like, you don't waste artillas. Those are one of the most influential things in your lineup. Shoot line. Where did he find that? Where I need.
Was that in the vertical?
Yes.
And
holy. Yeah, there's the gun of the dead player. Holy. Well done, mate.
Okay. C4 got wasted there, I believe, by the sound.
Yes,
Was it?
so
Yeah, it was
one
bandit
has
C4.
been expended on the bandit. Still 2 to play with on both the Kite and
This
the
wall's
Melusi.
going open now. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
so-
oh, okay, never mind. He is anticipating a bandit trick that isn't coming.
Oh, but the
another
bandit
one.
has a one-trick pony. Oh, not necessarily the trick he wanted, but the trick he got next to him. Something equally as big, but because this attack is falling apart completely.
You see, V-drop point. I said you need to do vertical play. I didn't mean let them kill you through the vertical.
Angles and seeds
Kaylin
work both
popping off, though.
ways. Yeah, I mean, who else? Who other than Kaylin?
Yeah. But like, when I wanted to play vertical, I meant kill them through the vertical, not get killed through the vertical. Right idea, wrong execution.
Yeah, and the diffuser is a Narnia. The Wabub is gonna give away your position. For anyone that doesn't understand Siege, that sounds like the most whack sentence. Whenever I say something is in Narnia, I just mean like too far away. So
Wasn't it Pengu who started coining
yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah.
exactly where I picked up on it. I used to be a Penguin back in the day. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you said.
Funny story. I cast it as the last ever technically pro game.
Oh yeah. With
The Invitational.
the invitational.
That was such a cheap blow, but I count it.
He'll be back. Just a matter
You
of
really
time.
think so?
Well, he's playing in the Delta Project matches as a stand-in, obviously, but he's playing and he's still doing better than the entire Delta Project. He's top fragging as the support player, and he doesn't even know the strats. He just hops in and top frags.
Yeah. So.
Wait,
they're going to-
he still knows he's better. It's just a matter of time till he comes back.
Okay, but lobby and press room.
Oh, this is the
There's
first
a
time he's-
Clash, and there's an Oryx.
Okay. You see, the moment you say Clash, my brain gets tingly.
I know you like that operator. I know.
The amount of Clash strats I've come up in my lifetime
Okay, but the Oryx.
is
Is he doing the counter Rocketti strat?
I don't think he's going to do the count. Actually, maybe.
There's not a castle on the board, so not as viable, but still.
But as well, my issue with the Cancer Kitty strat is I do think you need a mouse to be able to hit the shot off quickly enough.
Fair. I mean, what Kanto did was he had a castle. Okay, for anyone that does know what the hell we're talking about, this hatch here during UL played a 11. Yes, I am that fanatic.
Season 1.
Yeah. So season 1 played a number 11, I believe, versus Navi. Kanto Ricchetti had a strategy where he had a castle barricade on this very doorway. The hatch was opened, and he had jumped up as Oryx. That meant his head was looking out basically beneath the castle barricade, underneath the tiny slit, literally just feeding intel from there. Look at what the Clash is doing. I know you like
Oh,
Ash.
yes.
This isn't why you like her.
This is not why I like her. This is really not why I like her, but you know what? It works. Oh, I see what she's gonna do. Oh, I hate this.
Yes. She's literally a makeshift mirror window.
A mirror window that can open up.
Oh, no, dude.
It can open up and close at will. Oh, look at that pit. Oh. Okay.
Like, unironically, I'm laughing, but this is brilliant.
I'm so sad I'm retired as a coach. I'd be giving this to my team.
Dude, give it to Snowman. What's his name?
No,
isn't he retiring as well? Yeah,
the team did not like him very much, shall we say? But I'm not going to get into the details of the politics there because
that
it's
is
information I'm not supposed to know.
That's beside the situation.
Yeah.
Bear, he's finally waking up again. We said he was playing those support operators on the attack, and he's found 3 kills.
Yeah.
He's kind of brought it back for himself in terms of his overall KD. V-drop. They look
Like
fallible.
it looks like they don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah. And scarily enough, Astra is going to confirm overtime first.
Yeah, everything they try, Astra's had the answer to it so far. And credit to Astra, that's what Astra's been needing to do. They've been needing to adapt and find the way to answer it, and it looks like they've done it well.
It's a hard situation to be in because at this moment in time, it is still clutchable. So you can't necessarily take that tactical timeout that you would if you had a completely lost round. With a Clash, albeit, it is gonna be a lot harder because he is just gonna stare you down and say, no, you can't move. But you look to the next round, inevitably. And you think, what are we gonna do? Because there are gonna be 12 rounds of regulation. It is gonna mean either, realistically, given the current state of this round, either we lose it out right now or we push it to overtime. You look towards the next round and you think, what can we do? Which side are they gonna go to? They won down below. They now won here in lobby and press. Oh, okay, I say that. They are probably going to win now in lobby and press room and then go up top. What do you do on an attack up top? Because it's been 50-50. You won it once, you lost it once.
Well, yeah, you see. Oh, then you just crouched in the corner like a. Actually, I mean, a lot to say with that, but anyway. Well, to be honest, your situation is you need to figure out if you do the same attack, can you outsmart? Can you?
Because it was 50-50 last time. You won it once, you lost it once.
So the thing is, can you guarantee you're going to win it if you do that same attack? Or are you going to try the other?
Already adapted with the shield.
Yeah. Or you're going to try the other. Or you're going to try and adapt it again and hope they don't adapt well enough. Or you're going to try and attack from Visa's side, but then it's 50-50 because you don't know if your attack is going to work for that.
Really, the onus is on V-drop. I can't stress this enough. This is the final round of regulation between these two teams. Yeah. And they haven't brought the Amaru once again, which I commend that play. They're opting to go for the Twitch. That is telling me they are focusing on utility clear. Where do you clear utility on this attack? Yellow stairs.
Yeah. Look, the other way they could be approaching this is they could be going for the Vita take and a Twitch just to help them get that wall open.
Yes.
But my problem with it is that site. Well, my problem with that, hey, actually no, I'm thinking of if they had a smoke, but there's no smoke. Oh, there is. Yeah, there's alibi, but see, it could actually be viable. Could be viable.
Yeah.
It just depends how well they can execute it.
I just want to see how well they've set up yellow stairs. Literally nothing, actually.
Nothing.
They only have 2 sets of bar.
You see, since there's no smoke sitting there in Pengu corner.
Nice.
I call it Pengu corner, but
yeah,
like,
this
is no one sitting.
Yeah.
This is no one sitting there in Pengu corner with a smoke. It makes this attack actually somewhat viable. If you can, and I think they're going for it. Look,
they're going from Visa side.
I think this is a smart move for them if they got the confidence to do it. It's just a question of can they pull it off me.
The big thing that's going to feed a lot of intel is this pulse. They're expecting them to change things up and come from this east side, to come from admin office. And there we go, the cardiac sensor, it scans their heartbeat, their racing heartbeat. This is what could win them the Raving Mad Games 32GI tournament, or what could push them to overtime. It is genuinely all to play for. One of them has entered into Visa. He is getting live tracked by the pulse from down below, and who is there to net it? It's the Jaeger.
Okay, pulse, just do it, just do it. You know you want to.
So, not all of it is destructible.
Oh yeah, sure.
So this hallway isn't destructible, the rest is.
That is though where he's standing right now.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
Surely
no,
he's dead.
Pulse!
C4, man!
Just the C4, man! Use the C4 pulse! Like, that's a free kill, could have won you the round.
Okay, so now reassess. What is the state of this round? You have taken control of most of the bottom floor map, though there's still pulse. You've taken control of printer, of windows, and you're starting to put pressure onto the A bomb site. The alibi is there in Pengu's spot, as you like to call it. He's putting pressure onto the player on double window rappel, and there we go. The Twitch drone we were pointing at, it's going to take care of that utility, albeit not as much. She is starting to feel the pressure, though. From her side, from her backside, they're starting to open up the wall. A three-way crossfire has been set up onto this player, and the Yana finally nets it. They've made their avenue onto the bomb site, and they're swinging it wide open. The Yana in a DBNO state now, yes. Where is the pulse? You have to track this wild card. The player has been left to roam down freely below. Oh, and he's feeding so much intel.
This pulse can cause so much damage.
He doesn't have a C4, but he has a gun. Oh, but he does not do anything with it. A gun is only as valuable as the player behind it. Oh, that might be what pushes V-Drop into overtime. They're going for the retake.
Oh no! Oh, that's awkward. That's a very awkward angle. Okay, I'm sorry. I know.
So off guard. Okay, come on, bring it back. It's a triple kill. It's a 1v1. This is all to play for. 3 seconds left. Realistically, there is no way for him to
win
back.
anymore.
They are pushing this into overtime.
Okay, first off, I think we might have to pause so we can restart the share play.
That is true. So I think we're going to go to caster cams just quickly so we can reset the share play thingy.
Yes.
It is the unfortunate circumstances that
then
exist in.
Pulse, I'm sorry, but Pulse. You
Pulse
lost the round there. You costed the round there. I don't know who it was, but that was the freest kill on Earth. You knew who he was.
In his defense, a lot of the time, what happened in his case there was he didn't know which way the bars go.
Yeah, but like they knew they were pushing to that side. The pulse scanner gave them all the information they needed. Where did he waste the C4? Firstly,
I really have no clue.
Yeah,
because he didn't use it on the sledge, and when he wanted to use it on the planter, he didn't have it.
Yeah, C4 doesn't go anywhere.
It's just
it's just disappeared into thin air. It hasn't been used on anything useful. And then you're still down there, and you aren't able to get the kill on the person who's standing still. That is problematic. I'm sorry, but it has lost the round for your team and pushed it into overtime. And now you've got a problem because both from a mental perspective are going to be great after.
Yes.
They're feeling pumped. Astra, you're feeling disappointed because you think in your head that should have been your round.
It's a big mental... It's weighing down your mental. It's something that's definitely going to hinder you, and something where a lot of experienced teams that have the mental fortitude can say, okay, let's just take it from here, assess the current situation, know what we need to do. Some people, it weighs down on you. I hope for their sake that it doesn't weigh down on them.
Exactly. I'm not even going to comment on the weird gunfight that we saw there. I'm just going to put that down to strange controller stuff that happened, like the controller oscillations, but they were the same thing here. We've got the pulse. I hope he uses the C4 correctly this time. They've even got the pre-play C4. There we go. Now they're using this wrong. What?
Sorry, I am back. I was so.
Okay.
Repeat.
So they had the C4 pre-placed. The Pulse was watching it, but then they just blew it up for no reason.
Oh, the one in Visa. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can look at the blast radius. Where did it?
No, not that. No, not there. In the site itself.
Okay, I'm confused.
Above
Sorry.
the site. I'm so confused. They even pinged it for the Pulse to watch, and then they just...
Oh, they're going for a rush. Yes, they've got the finger
Yes.
boost.
Finger Boost is here. They're going for the rush. They're in the side. Pulse is dead.
Ash has no recoil and she's making use of it. She finds her avenue onto the side. She's being joined from down below and she's been picked up from a DBNO state by the very booster that basically lost her life from giving her the braziness to push on in. All of a sudden, it's just left up to Bear, and all of a sudden, it's V-Drop taking the first round of overtime.
Bear's in a 1v3. He, unfortunately, the chances of winning this are not very good. To be honest, and credit to both, they played that brilliantly. Oh. Yeah, they played that brilliantly. They did nothing wrong there. The rush was the smart play there. They yeah. It was a good call, because they looked at it, they hadn't won the garage push either way. When they tried vertical, they got killed through the vertical. When they tried pushing it linearly, it didn't work. So what did they have to do is to try and do it from the back?
Yep.
You know? Doing it from the back worked the previous round, worked this round now. This is just further increase their mental. It's gonna also hit Astra's mental a bit. And as well, we're going to Cafeteria and Garage.
Yes.
Very strong defender map. And Astra cannot afford to lose a round.
What do you do if you're them? Because V-Drop, they did the unexpected. They
Yes.
did the wacky strategy, the once-off thing that really only works once because the next time you're ready for it.
Yeah.
They can't do that. Astra now. I apparently lost SharePlay connection. Let me try and fix that quick. Sorry for that.
But basically, the situation that while you're just restoring that, essentially the situation for them is that they're under pressure. They cannot afford to make a single mistake, which means they don't have the luxury of being able to go out, and they don't have the luxury to do other things. Okay, they have to stick to what they know and hope they can fix every single small mistake they made. And the reality is, they won't be. Well, that'll be reality.
Do you think we're going to see the Mozzie Dark combo?
Are we going to see the what?
The Mozzie Dark combo.
Maybe.
They're going for it. They're not spawning there, though.
They didn't spawn there. Okay, so at least they didn't make that mistake twice. But Astra's in the problem here, like we were saying. They cannot afford a single mistake here. If they lose the entry pick, their chances diminished already. If they fail to get the wall open, it's over. They cannot even make a tiny mistake now. It has to be flawless from them to be able to keep themselves in this.
And it's going to be a hard ask because there's a lot to dismantle here. It looks like they're going for their default main wall push with the thermite pre-prepped, but they chose to not bring a Maverick. That means they need to open from up above and piano. That means they need to deal with these roamers. Not if they don't deal
And
with you
Kalen's
first.
out here popping heads. Oh, nearly popped the second one, as I said.
Makes the
And he
second
gets the
engagement
second one.
anyone's. That right there could mean the win.
I don't
in
think
the
it
Raven
could.
Bat
I
game
think
is
it
final.
will.
I think that meant the win.
I'm sorry, and I don't want to write Astra off, but I think unfortunately, unless they pull off a miracle play here, it is a bit of a done deal.
I mean, it's an unfortunate way to end, but it's a way to end that's true
Kalen
to
going
what-
crazy.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate way to end, but I'm sorry. It's your mistake when this very thing happened in the first round.
Yes.
And it's still happening in the last.
Exactly.
This problem has persisted until the very end.
I 100% agree with you on that.
the very first round ended with Kalen getting an ace, with them not droning effectively, with them not working well together as a team. The share play connection has cut out once again, and I don't even think I need to reconnect it, because I think in most people's minds, this game is done. I'm just going to tell you, Rems is still in the 1v4, but like, it's not happening. Let's be honest.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it is done. I did notice something that happened there, but I'm not going to call it out because I don't know what the situation within the team is at the moment.
Well, there you go. V-Drop are your raving mad gamers winners. They take it all. They lost the first map. 7-2. They bring it back. 7-4 on Coastline. 8-6. It goes all the way here on Consulate. What a way, and what a beautiful way for it to end here between these two teams. It's been a battle. It's been a bout all the way through, and I'm happy I was here for it.
Yeah. Congrats to V-Drop there. Unlucky for Astra, but at the end of the day, this could go all the way. I would have loved to see there was a best of 5. That would have been amazing.
That would have been insane.
But I think V-Drop played well there. They didn't let the first map went horribly for them. They didn't let it sink their spirits. There were good plays on both sides, but ultimately I think V-Drop, towards the end, they were playing it perfectly.
Yes. Kalen was fragging out of his mind.
Kalen started waking up. Someone give him a PC, please. Just someone. Yeah. I'm begging you.
Yeah, so GG's all around, and just want to say a final thank you to 32GI and both V-Drop for sponsoring the stream, making this all possible. Any last words, anything you want to plug from your side, Mr. Simp?
I have nothing to plug. I am retired.
Fair enough. You don't have anything to gain. Guess follow us on Twitter. I think our handles are there down below, Kanye Diffuse and Coach Simp. That is it though from us, and if you enjoyed this might have been the first time you hear my voice, because I don't do too many PlayStation casts. So, hey, hope you enjoyed it. I hope I put up a good enough show. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. This has been the finals, and cheers.
Cheers.